when we were back in studio. Hey,
got it.
it's the last time I did a podcast.
I
Get my tits kicked in. You like that right there?
What, your tits?
You like that right there?
Well, we're live.
I got the big gold belt. I was gonna do a Shawn Michaels sexy boy picture with it.
Oh, that'd be horrifying.
I will never fucking win that thing again if that's the case.
Also, breaking news.
Oh,
ready? Tony, ready for this?
What?
My wife gave me the green light to do the sunny $10 rate my penis thing.
Wait.
You didn't see that?
All right, we have to start the show.
It started. We're live.
Oh, we're
pal.
live.
Live on the Facebook. Oh, good God.
All right, so we have to stop the show.
Wait.
No. I think she's doing like $10. She'll rate your dong.
Oh, God.
Like, what do you
Come
mean?
on.
Like,
You send her a picture of your dong and she rates it.
So you're going to put your dong out in the ether just for somebody to fucking take a look at it for $10 to tell you how fucking...
It's not just anybody, buddy. It's sunny and it's great content for this show.
yeah, she knows her dongs.
Well, listen, like any watch along, you're going to have to provide, context and something for people to watch along with.
Yeah, man, I don't know if this is such a great idea.
It's a fantastic
I
idea.
agree with Kevin on this one.
I agree. Like, for content, 100%, it might be the most fantastic idea of all time.
Look, I'm sure she doesn't share the picture of the dong. She probably just records a reaction to it.
But once it's out there, it's out there.
Yeah, man.
It's a fucking dong. Who cares?
Oh, it's your
Hey,
dong. What do you
Hey,
mean?
if you're cool with it, then rock and roll, man.
Who do I care? A dick's a dick, bro. You seen one, you seen them all.
Really?
Fair point.
Is this what we're doing?
What?
They all look alike? Really? This is the argument you're gonna make?
It's not an argument. Wow, I can't believe you're not. Tony, I thought this was right in your wheelhouse. I thought you'd be all for this.
Look, if it's some other schmuck that we know, who cares? But we're talking about you and like.
I just want you to think about it.
Thought about it.
Okay.
Thought about it.
Thought about it.
Oh man, we have so much wrestling to talk about tonight. Tony's ornery.
Do we?
Yeah, Tony's super ornery because he watched MLW. That just makes him angry. And the NWA Championship Series, we don't even know how that's going to play out. Kevin did WrestlePro on Saturday. We're going to talk about that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm back and better than ever. I watched some wrestling today.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah. And we got a lot to cover, and it's all going to be here next. Episode 543 of the Shining Wizards Wrestling Podcast.
The following is a presentation of the Shining Wizards Network, broadcasting live on rantiumradio.com and available on all podcast platforms and at shiningwizards.com. Follow us on social media at Wizards Podcast. Check out our merchandise at merch.shiningwizards.com. Do your Amazon shopping at amazon.shiningwizards.com and become a Patreon supporter at patreon.com/wizardspodcast. As always, we thank you for your continued support. And now, enjoy the show.
Hey, this is Moose, and you're listening to the Shining Wizards podcast.
What's up, fuckers?
I love the big package.
And he's got those smelly balls.
The fuck are you talking about?
Fucking loser.
Fuck the Shining Wizards.
You are tuned in to the longest and greatest running professional podcast in the history of podcasting. Coming to you live on the rant, rantiumradio.com. Coming to you live on the Facebook, facebook.com/wizardspodcast. Coming to you in download form wherever you get your podcast from, because we are nationwide, worldwide, universe-wide, fucking millennia, and fucking Milky Way galaxy-wide. We are the Shining Wizards, where it's wrestling talk.
And talk about wrestling.
Tony.
Matt.
AJG.
Fellas.
Oh, boy.
This is truly fucking disgusting, this drink that I have right here.
Is that the grapefruit? Yeah, the truly grapefruits aren't grapefruit.
Smells great. Smells absolutely great. The taste, not so much.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you what's more disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
That truly grapefruit or the fact that Tony didn't have the balls to tell Slice Boogie to change his fucking gear last week.
Oh, Matt's hot. Yeah, what happened, Tony?
Every week we talked about the NWA. Every week we talked about Slice Boogie. And you said, Slice Boogie's got to get some new gear. And you had him. You had him. He was having a good time. He was talking about that crazy lasagna and that organic mac and cheese. I'm disappointed in you, T-Dunk.
Don't be disappointed, because if you watched Battle Riot on Friday, you would understand that Slice Boogie's got himself some new gear.
Now, is that MLW gear? Does that translate to the NWA?
I don't know if Court Bauer bought it for him. And don't forget, this season the NWA is already in the can. So, there's that.
In the can.
Do you think he brought the new gear with the EBT?
I hope so. Can you buy gear? I guess, look, as long as it's at the supermarket, you can get it, right?
I think you can use an EBT card anywhere.
Kind of seems that way, no?
What was the EBT?
So.
What was the EBT thing again? The food stamps?
It's like food stamps.
It's a credit card food stamps gimmick. That's what it is.
He doesn't really have one of those, does he?
It's possible.
I mean, God bless him if he does.
Look, old dirty bastard was going to collect his fucking check while he was on Yo MTV Raps back in the day.
God,
Took a limousine to go pick up his check.
I love Yo MTV Raps. I used to collect the Yo MTV Raps cards.
They had cards?
MTV had cards for everything.
Oh, yeah.
They probably got them for Jersey Shore, too. Speaking of which, apparently they have a reunion where they're all like in their 40s now and they all got together and have a vacation.
Sounds awful.
And one girl got so drunk, they left her like in the potted plant in the living room and she was just throwing up everywhere.
Tony, this might be worse than your local news segment.
It was pretty bad. It was very bad. But it's
I'll tell you what wasn't bad.
What?
The show last week. I had a hell of a laugh. You guys crushed it. The fucking dueling burps I had to pull over. I was crying. Cry laughing. So if you...
You motherfucker! Oh, shit. God, you motherfucker!
God, they're stuck on loop. I apologize.
Oh, it's great.
This is the first time tuning into the Shining Wizards episode 543. Go back to 542. These two guys, Kevin and Tony, crushed it. And they did great interviews with O'Shea Edwards and Slice Boogie. It's awesome. But that fucking dueling burp thing, holy shit, you guys had me rolling.
We were rolling fucking doing it.
It's a two-man army.
The two-man army. That's right.
But now we're back, baby.
Yeah, buddy. The Triforce. Woo!
Ooh, the Triforce. I like that, actually.
Yeah, I stole that from the Zelda. The Zelda freaks are going to get me now. Tony, what'd you lose?
The bell. I can't find the goddamn bell. It's usually right here on the table. Another reason I'm fucking pissed.
I bet you put it over by your makeshift kitchen so you could ring it when the eggs were done.
Hey, Matt, what sounds like bell and is over your right shoulder over there?
My belt.
Oh, can you beat that belt? Is that what I see there that you got from me? And I humbly bow to your excellence now that I had a couple weeks to stew over it. See, I lose with dignity sometimes, yes.
Yeah, but not in the moment.
Oh, no, in a moment, I'm a complete baby.
Not in a moment.
Oh, no, I'm an animal.
It's good. It's nice. It's a beautiful piece. It's been all over the house.
So now, so Tony, rumor has it, and by rumor, I mean 10 minutes before the show started, is that you're ducking Matt already.
No, not ducking Matt at all. I thought the gimmick we came up with was that since now we were going to be doing the show live together in person, that we were going to make that a live together and in-person kind of gimmick. So this way the person who actually wins the belt can go home with it.
Well, Matt,
look, if I lose tonight, I'll drive to fucking North Arlington and give you the goddamn belt, okay?
Please don't, because then I'll fucking be pissed off even more.
Why? You're the champion. It belongs to you. I mean, it's not going to happen. You're not going to beat me. Life is beating you today, and you're already not in the right mindset. I've already won. I've already got this in the bag.
What have you won? What have you won? Nothing.
Well, you guys want to test that theory right now?
No.
Put your guys' money where your mouth is?
I'm the reigning, defending Shining Wizards wrestling champion. Don't listen to whatever Kate the Great. She's out there whoring herself out to SRS and the Fightful people and the fucking front row material bullshit. She literally has a paper championship belt. It doesn't mean fuck all. Right here. This is the gold. I only fear one man. I fear the professor, but I know he's in a fucking cave somewhere, and I'll never have to go one-on-one with the professor.
Professor was good. Very
Champion.
Very knowledgeable, that professor.
You don't want any of this. You don't have no countess with you. You got nothing.
Are you
got
done?
nothing.
Play the music, Tony. Play the music.
No, I'm not doing this shit now.
You don't want any of this.
We have so much shit to talk about. Are you kidding me? Your fucking fuckboy won a championship that nobody gives a fuck about except for the fucking losers that do.
GCW, you said.
God, you're such a bad mood, Tony.
Bad mood. I fucking wasted 27 minutes of my life watching that fucking main event.
All right, so Tony, you watched the GCW, huh?
Oh, just the main event. I wouldn't watch the rest of the show because your fuckboy Marco Stunt was on the undercard apparently.
That's where he belongs, on the undercard, because he's trash.
How many dongs he sucked on this fucking show?
2.
Was one of them yours so you could show Sonny? This is like a preview?
Yes. Oh, yeah, we got to get back to that at some point.
So, Kevin, while you were running behind and he logged me in, he was finishing watching the GCW match. And I think the old basement kitchen is already on his nerves, and I just don't think he was very happy with what he watched.
Did you not know the result?
No, I knew the result. I had to tune in to see what it was for myself.
So what didn't you? I haven't seen it. So what was bad about it?
Everything. The wrestling was shit. The gimmicks were shit. The fucking run-in at the end. Gregory Iron involved in this shit fucking annoyed me too. This fucking big dude comes out. He helps Nick Gage, and then he kicks Nick Gage in the balls. Fuck out of here.
It's GCW, Tony.
There's a reason why ECW doesn't exist anymore, because they did bullshit like this all the time. There was one time that they
ECW doesn't exist because Paul Heyman couldn't pay people. That's why. GCW can pay people.
Can they?
Yeah, I mean, they've been around for a while.
Yeah. Good for them. Good.
Listen, broski of the week, baby, is Tony. Tony, you should be broski of the week. You should tweet at Cardona and try to be broski of the week.
No, that's all right. I don't need to do that.
Want me to put in a good word?
Yeah, sure.
Please.
Go for it. And while you're at it, fucking tell Pete Rosenberg I'll give him a fucking handy while I'm blowski of the week.
No, people took that take and went way over proportion with it.
What take? What take did I miss?
Oh, why'd you call him a douchebag then? I thought that's what it was about.
Why did I call him a douchebag?
You just called him something, didn't you?
No, I said get him on the line too. I could be blowski of the week. I could suck his dick.
Oh, you want and then he'll rate your blowski?
Of course, and he don't charge $10 either.
I bet he charges more.
5.
Tony Rosenbucks.
Tony Rosen blows. Tony, what do you think it is? Back after this.
Oh my God. You sure are.
Oh my God.
So you weren't a fan of this match, huh?
Did not like it at all.
It was Ricky Shane Page is somebody who got involved. Atticus Cougar.
Yeah, it's that 440 group.
Ohio 440.
Yeah. Those guys.
Wow, Cardona hits the Rough Rider for the win. And the fans immediately throw trash in the ring.
They were waiting for that, dude. Come on.
And it's called Radio Silence now, by the way. I just want to throw that out there.
Oh, I will let the people at wrestling. I will let Jason O. I will let Jason O at Wrestling Inc. know it's called Radio Silence.
Please do, Matt. I'm deeply offended by that.
So it's. I'm not trying to pick on you, Tony.
No, pick on me. Go ahead.
No, I'm not going to pick. I just have questions because your reasons why you didn't like it was shit. You just said it's shit. That's like somebody why don't you like Roman Reigns? Because he's shit. Well, why? Because he's shit. What didn't you like about the match?
It was shit.
It wasn't a match. Like Zack Ryder tried to wrestle, and I'm gonna call him Zack Ryder because he does the Long Island IZ shit. He's still Zack Ryder, so fuck him.
I'll allow that.
Anyway, just like I call what's his nuts Claymore. So fuck it. It's Zack Ryder. So Zack Ryder tries to wrestle, and then it fucking he gets a couple moves and he runs, which is fine. That's storytelling. He's afraid of Nick Gage because Nick Gage is a fucking maniac, and
right.
MDK and the 45-minute ring introduction, give him props to all of his fallen brothers and all that. I guess that's a thing because the fans all knew the shit, which is fine. the shit that really got me.
Did he pour one out for the bank that he robbed?
It's like pizza cutter, walks around the ring, gives the finger, waits like 3 minutes, puts him in another corner, gives everybody the finger, pizza cutter again.
I'm sorry. Who
do you think? Who do you think? Does fucking Zack Ryder go around cutting pizzas when he's on Long Island? No.
He actually used to work. He actually used to work at a pizza place.
So why is
actually cutting dough rather than cutting people's foreheads?
So Nick Gage is cutting people and then flipping off the fans?
Yeah, but then he takes a walk around. He takes he doesn't do it.
Wait, that doesn't sound right. He's flipping off the fans or he's flipping off Broski?
No, he's flipping off the fans. Like he's like, motherfucker, and they're all going, yeah, motherfucker.
There were a fair amount of Broski fans there.
They were loud. They were doing the woo, woo, woo and all that shit.
Force is strong with the marks.
Look, I get it. Whatever. It's just that for like 20 minutes, it was just, he breaks the glass over his head. Okay, great. Then he takes the glass and he fucking digs it in his head. Then he walks around, he finds another piece of glass and he digs it in his head.
Right.
And he does this like 4 times. And then the pizza cutter comes out and it's the same fucking thing 4 times. And it's not even like he puts them in different areas of the arena. He puts them on these ropes, puts them 3 feet to the left, puts them back where he was, cuts them open again. It's like, come on, dude. It was like the most like moving the story along stuff that I've seen. Forget the fact that it was like violence just for violence. There was just nothing to it. It was literally just him carving up Matt Cardona. See, I got his name right. And then fucking the people going nuts. Look, if it's what the people want, fine. Me? Ugh.
Okay, but Tony, this has not changed in the last like 30 years. That's what deathmatch wrestling is.
Yeah, that's what the people want.
Not my
if you go back and you watch all the stuff that we found on the tapes, the FMW and shit, it's just fucking gouging, walking around. Yes, it is.
Yeah, but trust me, watch this just for the pacing, if nothing else.
Well, I think the pacing is, and I haven't seen the match, but the pacing is important to the story because you have this rabid crowd.
Yeah.
Who want to yell and scream. Is there something wrong with my audio?
Yeah, there is, Matt. It's something. It's weird. I didn't. It's tinny. I didn't want to bring it up, but I wasn't sure if it was me or you.
Are you on your mic or are you on your Mac mic?
Oh, you know what? Good point. Let me
tap your mic.
But anyway, like,
nope, I mean, it's the Mac mic. You're on your computer mic.
Oh, let me change that.
And Tony, it's also because you can't. The pacing has to kind of be that way because you're literally killing the other guy. So, like, I mean, how much, like, what more can you do after you, like you said, joust him in the face with glass? You got to take time because otherwise you might literally kill the guy. So, like, you can't do a backdrop after that. Like, what's that going to do?
It didn't feel right. And to be honest with you, like, look, I get it. He's not a wrestler. He's a deathmatch guy. And then people are like, well, you know, he really is a wrestler. You shouldn't call him a wrestler. Fine. Whatever your cup of tea is, whatever floats your boat, whatever gets you through the night, whatever will suck you off to put a smile on your face, go for it. Yeah. That's what you like. This, to me, sorry.
Yeah, I haven't seen enough Nick Gage.
Good for him, but
I haven't seen enough Nick Gage if it like to know like what he is actually capable of. I mean, other than like on the news. So like, I really haven't seen enough but to me, this is what he is. So he could be the greatest technical wrestler in the world, and I'll have no clue.
Is this better?
100%.
Yes.
Okay, good. Sorry about that. You know what it was? Because we were in Studio A. I was fucking with the loop back to see if we can get the Zoom. And that was the last time I cammed up. Thank you, Kate. Thank you. Kate wants to know if you thought it was going to be a Bruno bear hugging session, Tony.
You know what? With all the time they took, if it was a hugging session, I would have fucking loved it that much more.
Come on. I mean, I don't like the style either, dude. I don't. Like, I was down at the ICW show, which I guess is like the wannabe or the kind of like spin-off of GCW or whatever it is, and it was just like 3 people in the middle of the ring, hitting each other with light tubes in like a what do you call that? In a round. Like, it's just like I don't prefer it either, T-Donk, but I accept it for what it is, and I appreciate the crowd that likes it. So
listen, I tuned in because I'm a broadcaster and I need to watch shit once in a while to find out what's going on there. And I wanted to see what the big deal was because apparently somebody's fuckboy Dave Meltzer shit on the entire ending of the show and he took a buttload of fucking with from social media.
Because he thought that there were GCW plants that started throwing bottles into the ring. So it was kind of like not really organic heat. So because they think that people from GCW started it, which is ridiculous.
Did he tweet that after the fact, after the first thing he tweeted? Because the first way that I read it was just that, like this is just despicable. This is despicable people, doing despicable things.
What do you mean about throwing the garbage?
Yeah, it was like the real fans, they pretty much just did it, just to fucking do it, to be asked.
No, because that's how much they hate freaking Cardona. I'm telling you, it's real legit hate for this guy. It's legit. It's real. You felt it there. Someone threw a Billy Gunn bone cruncher at him. You got to find that. You got to find that video. It's hysterical.
Why would you waste a Billy Gunn bone cruncher?
Because they're like $8.
Oh, sorry. I thought they would have.
Does anyone want a Billy Gunn bone cruncher?
I would have taken it.
Had great playability.
Would you have?
Yeah. Why not? What's wrong with Billy Gunn now?
What, dude? You got to get an edible or something. You got to calm down over there.
Why? Because I like Billy Gunn?
You're like real defensive about it. You're like, you want to fight about it? You want to fight me over Billy Gunn?
I thought Billy Gunn was one of your fucking boys from AEW now. Now all of a sudden I'm a problem because I like him? You should be happy I like something on that show.
Wow. Really?
Yeah.
I had a Mr. Ash shirt.
I'm trying to find the Meltzer tweet. Just to.
And I think like Jordan Oliver not went after him, but responded. And then Brett responded. Saying that they worked.
I'm sure the people will make their lame excuses for it or say how great the heat was, but this crowd reaction was such bullshit and such an embarrassment to the industry. That's what he wrote.
Oh, God, I hate Meltzer. I mean, I don't hate him. But...
It was kind of shitty, dude. It was.
Well,
I thought we were past throwing shit in the ring. No?
Stop.
No?
No.
Oh, now you're pissed off.
No, I'm not pissed off. You just look, it's the GCW fans. They are fucking diehard. That's why Nick Gage is over as fuck. Yeah. Nick Gage, the character, those people love him. They fucking love him to death. And they're the reason why he's over.
Yeah. It's pretty much almost like a cult, Matt. It's like
and I gotta check, but when Ricky Shane Page jumped him, I'm pretty sure the same thing happened like a year ago when they fucking pelted Ricky Shane Page with garbage too. So this isn't like the first time they've ever done this. And they fucking hate Matt Cardona is exactly the opposite of what the GCW fan base is. It's like somebody who's a WWF fan going to an ECW show and they show up and they got fucking khakis on and they got their fucking Razor Ramon t-shirt tucked into their fucking khakis and they're like, this is garbage. Here comes Matt Cardona, who's a fucking figure collector. He spends all his money on fucking figures in Disney. He's got this smoking hot fiance and he's like, you're a garbage wrestler. This federation's garbage. And those people take that shit to heart. So I think it's a genuine reaction and I love it. I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah, and here's the one thing that I'll say about maybe not throwing the trash. Again, I didn't see the match, but if the GCW crowd is as like, see, I don't even know what they are because I've never been to a show, but like ECW would always, like the crowd, even if they hated the guy, if they put on a hell of a match or took a beating, they would usually kind of, do the clap and show you the respect that you deserve. I was kind of surprised that didn't happen based on how beat Cardona got, but again, I don't know the GCW crowd, so I don't know if that's something that they would do.
No, because he walked out as their fucking champion.
Very good point. That's a very good point. And like I said, like I've been saying it since the beginning, since he showed up. I know this wasn't ECW, Matt, so I'm not trying to say that it was, but I made the comparison as soon as it started. It was the John Cena at the one night stand. If Cena wins, we riot. This is Cardona is John Cena in this situation. And I've said it since day one. And I think I was pretty much proved right, on Saturday. They just hate him. and they should hate him. He's hateable. He's a hater. Listen, I don't really particularly love the guy, but like he's a very hateable guy, especially he's the opposite of everything that they stand for. And I thought it was, again, I didn't see it. I just saw like the reaction, the post-match stuff. Dude, so you see the picture of his hotel, like his bed in the hotel? Yeah. Blood everywhere.
Yeah.
Like he's getting those Red Wings, huh?
Dude, like, I don't know how much you had to pay the hotel. What does that mean? The hockey team?
No.
Oh my God, Kevin!
Oh,
Kevin!
Why she's?
Oh God! You guys are gross.
You expect anything less from us?
No, I mean, didn't really expect that. No, but from his shoulders.
All right, look, I'll do you both a favor.
Oh,
Chris Jericho's wrestling Nick Gage Wednesday, right?
Yes.
Benefit of the doubt, I will watch this match and I'll see if it changes my mind.
Well, what are you expecting?
Yeah, what do you?
I don't know. Is this going to be another fucking light tube thing? Like they can't.
Probably.
Are they really going to do
Dude,
this?
That's what he does.
And there's a reason why MJF picked him for this, because it's so out of the box. It's so out of Jericho's element, as far as like maybe the current fans know. So I think it makes perfect sense. Everyone thought it was just going to be a gauntlet of, the Pinnacle. No, he brought in Nick freaking Gage, bro. Like,
wait. Matt calls it Red Wings, and somebody in the chat's disgusted. But then she comes back and says, we call it Shark Week. Is that a thing?
Who said that? I want to know who said that. I can't go into the chat because it slows down my internet.
Jesus, come on.
Damn, Kate.
Oh, was it Kate?
Of course it was. She's a freak.
Yeah, she's a little. I've heard of the things that she likes to do and doesn't do on the Wednesday night show. If you guys aren't listening to the Mark Order podcast, you should definitely check that out. Learn a whole lot about the other KTG.
Oh boy,
stuff here you don't want to know, or you do if you want a baby.
Yeah. Or if you like feet, if you're into feet.
She's missed. She's leaving just saying again, a lot of money being left on the table there.
Absolutely. You don't even have to look at peckers to make that money. Whew.
You know what? Great point.
Maybe somebody can just fucking sell feet pics. Maybe that's an easier way to make money than looking at Matt Schwanson to try to fucking see how big he is.
Nobody wants to see my feet.
No, but who's talking about your feet? Jesus.
Wait, so Kate opens the forbidden door on the Wednesday night show?
Oh, a whole bunch of doors. She kicks them open, dude.
Interesting.
You should tune in.
Definitely.
I try
every now and then. On it the last couple of weeks, so they're doing really well.
So who's your replacement? Or is it just them two?
The Schlong comes in.
RateMySchlong.com.
I met the Schlong last Monday.
The Schlong.
When I was down in the middle of fucking nowhere doing that work event.
Is Schlong a Jersey guy?
Yeah, but he lives like in that part of Jersey, like south.
Where were you again?
I was exit 3 of the Turnpike.
Ooh.
He was 40 minutes from there.
Was that like Voorhees Jackson-ish?
Exit 3 was Sewell? Sewell? Yeah.
There you go.
I was down there. It was a hike.
Yeah.
Right.
Dude, the Turnpike is the worst, man. You get your hopes up when you get off the Parkway on exit 9, and then it's like still like 10 miles between exits.
Yeah, it's the worst. Suck me, Turnpike.
Well, in other news.
So we lead with GCW. Matt Cardona is the GCW champion. I think the biggest news of the week is all this hubbub with Bryan Danielson, and the CM Punk.
I believe the Daniel Bryan one. No one reputable reported the CM Punk one, so I don't buy that yet. So
all right. Does it excite you though?
100%. Tony's gonna be like, no, does it excite me? Daniel Bryan and CM Punk are indie darling.
You gotta keep a straight face.
Oh no. I want Braun Strowman.
I can't wait till they have a fucking death match.
Who?
Awesome. Daniel Bryan and CM Punk.
Why are they gonna have a death match?
I don't know, because then when they start fighting, all the fucking elite in the Dark Order are going to jump in, and we're going to get a fucking hoo-ha bonanza.
Yo, I picture this, Matt.
Picture this.
And tell me if you think this is like too like cliche or too like obvious.
Oh shit! Kevin's fantasy booking, folks. Grab a chair.
Like if they come, would you have them come in together as like the outsiders? Like, I'm not saying this exactly, because obviously you don't want to just keep rehashing for rehashing's sake. But like, would you have them come in as like a duo, or would you have them come in on their own and lead to a match with each other?
I think you have them come in on their own. First of all, because of all the rumor about them coming in, like having them come in together, it would just be like, here they are. We said they were coming and they're here. Yeah.
Or like, what about like what if they do something where like kind of like can you beat that? Like, what if Daniel Bryan comes in like at the end of a match or something like that, and then like CM Punk comes in and they do like a face-off type gimmick or something like that? Or does CM Punk interrupt Daniel Bryan, or does Daniel Bryan interrupt CM Punk? Or does CM Punk go right into something with Cody, like, or Kenny?
CM Punk and Daniel Bryan are being brought in to host AEW's new show on Wednesday afternoons at 3:00 called AEW Sometimes Dark, but it's still sunny.
Yeah, that's right. They already fired Big Show and Mark Henry.
And they rate Peter Avalon and Abaddon matches all afternoon.
I like it.
Oh, Jesus. I think All Out ends with Punk standing in the ring looking at whoever the champion is.
It's got to be Kenny, right? There's too much money there to not like. Are you salivating at CM Punk Hangman?
I'm here's my problem with this, all this fantasy booking and all this loving of Daniel Bryan and CM Punk coming in. It'd be great in Chicago to have CM Punk be a part of. And I guess we all just assume because he's CM Punk, he's going to be in the main event. But man, this story they're telling with Kenny Omega and Hangman Page, have that moment taken away from, I'm going to say Hangman Page, because I think he beats Kenny Omega. He finally gets his redemption. And then have it overshadowed by Punk. I don't know if that's the move.
All right, I agree with you. But if the chips fall into your hand, like timing is everything, right? So like maybe if they didn't have CM Punk, and I'm not saying they do yet, because like I said, I haven't heard it reported by anybody that I trust, whether it's Meltzer. Believe it or not, sometimes I do give Meltzer the benefit of a doubt, but hasn't been reported by Scherer or Stapp or Sapp, whatever the fuck his name is, or Mike Johnson or anything like that. I tend not to believe it, but sometimes it's just the timing is you can't pass up on the opportunity if it presents itself. And I understand that Page deserves it and he should get it and he should have his moment. But man, when something like this happens and it's there for you, if it's there for you, and again, I'm not saying that it's definitely going to happen, but sometimes you just got to like bite the bullet and take one for the team, man. Because if this means better for the company as a whole, CM Punk closing All Out as opposed to Page, unless they like do something where they, he saves them and they do like a whole double hands up thing, Page with the title and Punk like that, then you just got to bite the bullet and take it, man. CM Punk is a game changer. Daniel Bryan is a game changer.
Absolutely. And I think, man, there's the possibilities of Punk being there. Just obviously Punk Omega, Punk working with like a Hangman, Punk working with MJF, Punk working with Malachi Black or Andrade. Yeah.
Oh God. All right, let me ask you this, Matt. If they make these two signings, right, and it does happen, do you tell Tony Khan, all right, pump the brakes, we're good, we got a great roster, we have people that we could probably be using better, we have a second show, are we good with this roster now, or do you sign some of these other guys that have been like, do you bring in Braun Strowman?
Well, the rumor mill is Braun. WWE Shop released a brand new Braun Strowman T-shirt this week.
Is that what that was about?
I read up on it a little bit. It wasn't that it was new. It was some nonsense where it was on pre-order for a while, and then it became new because it was ordered. Yeah, there was some technicality with it. It wasn't a completely brand new.
I did hear that they were thinking about bringing him back.
Yeah, that's also coming through the mill too. And besides, like honestly, I don't think there is a better place for somebody like Braun Strowman than WWE. Like, I don't think he fits in AEW. I don't think he'll fit in anywhere else.
Unless you go with like the Braun Strowman, like, so here's the thing, like what do you do? Like what is he there in like a role because he was in WWE? So is he there to make like a Wardlow look great and maybe beat him or someone like that? Like, what is his role? Is he expecting to be the champion? Is he expecting to be like the top guy, or is he going to be kind of like the Christian Cage or the Matt Hardy, where he's going to be, because he's not old, so like he's not that level yet, but because he has the name value, would he agree to come in and help put the guys that have been there forever, like, make them look better?
Are you talking about Braun in WWE or AEW?
Talking about Braun if he went to AEW.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's tough because when Christian came in, everyone thought we were going to get this Christian, top feud type deal. And I'm happy that he's not. And if he accepts that as his role, but it's so tough because, dude, their roster is big, man.
Braun Strowman became like Big Show, like 0.7.
Yeah. So now do you put him with Big Show?
They put him in all the goofy shit with Nicholas. They put him in the goofy shit with the SNL guys. Look, they gave Big Show a lot of goofy shit, like the Showster and all these other fucking like imitation gimmicks.
Yeah, but that was because he wasn't in shape, so they messed with him.
And they also gave him like Akibono, and they gave him Floyd Mayweather. But that
was cool though. The Mayweather stuff was cool.
No, that was cool. But Braun Strowman got fucking stuck teaming up with Nicholas to beat up the Bar. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and then all of a sudden he became a goofball. Look, get these hands, Braun is the way to use Braun. Get these hands, Braun, with little Nicholas being his partner. Not so much.
And the guys from SNL,
no. Fucking Che Guevara and whatever the fuck the other guy's name was.
I would like to see Braun go to like New Japan.
I feel, you know what? I'm kind of on board with Tony. I feel like his fit is back in the WWE.
No, I think, and I do think that's where he'll end up. But imagine like seeing like a totally different Braun. Like imagine like him going to New Japan and just wearing like trunks and just like completely like reinventing himself, and then coming back without the freaking train and running around the ring with the choo.
Hey, do they still give Riddle the butterflies or the birds or whatever?
Yeah.
They still do that shit?
Yeah, at least they did it on the last show they did, yeah. Because I remember seeing it. I'm like, wow, that's still a thing.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
And Kate's chatting it up on the Facebook. If you're not checking out the Facebook, facebook.com/Wizards Podcast, you can watch this.
I got to show. I know I should share.
If you bring in Punk, you instantly want to go Punk Omega for the title?
No, not me.
You gotta tell that story. You gotta bring that. You just can't jump in feet first. It's fucking CM Punk. With all due respect to like John Moxley when he first came in, like, this is CM Punk, man. We always talk about it. We've been talking about it for years. A needle mover. And the only names we came up with was if John Cena ever jumped to another wrestling promotion, it's CM Punk.
All right. So I think there's two schools of thought on this. Does AEW just want to completely start spiking their numbers ASAP? If that's the case, then you go right into it. It's the reason why WWE doesn't hold off on their main events, because they have a show AEW is different because they don't have a show every month, like pay-per-view every month. So they could probably get away with like a 4-month build for this and no one will give it a second thought. But I think but like if CM Punk comes in and does anything but challenge for the championship, or at least start a program for the championship, to me, it's like what else is there? Like, who else do you feud with?
You could feud anyone with CM Punk. Dude,
but how does that? What feud is going to mean the most to your show?
Would you not? First of all, I just want to back it up a second. So remember when CM Punk did that thing where he put on the mask and he showed up at that indie show and you put it out on Instagram and our Instagram got smashed?
Oh, yes, I do.
So he's got that following. So people are going to fucking watch whether he's beating up Lee Johnson or wrestling for a world title. I also don't think CM Punk needs a world title. If you bring him in and let him go, him and Tommy End on the microphone, him and MJF on the microphone, the promo every week.
Okay. Those are two guys. And I was just kind of thinking of people that weren't really tangled in current feuds already. I believe 100% that CM Punk MJF will print freaking money. Absolutely print money. I didn't think about him, but I was also kind of thinking outside the box of people that weren't, like Cody's involved with Tommy, Paige is involved with Omega. So CM Punk MJF would be probably the only non-championship feud that I think right away would be awesome and would benefit AEW and would spike the numbers. I can't think of anybody else other than Omega or him right away, like to make the biggest splash that would do it. Maybe I guess Jericho, but we've seen that.
Punk and Moxley.
We've seen it.
You guys wouldn't put Punk and Bryan together?
Well, that's what I asked initially.
Because the more I think about it, what if you give him a run in the tag ranks? You can rehash the story about them splitting up once they have their run. Then you've got a series of Punk and Bryan. Who would want to see that?
Did him and Colt ever bury the hatchet?
Ooh, see, that's a name that's interesting. Two of Kate's boyfriends battling it out.
Kate also mentioned Miro.
Oh, fuck
that. Don't care.
What about Darby?
I'd be okay with that.
I would prefer Darby and Bryan instead of Darby and Punk.
They're more, yeah, because you know what? They're more opposite. They're like polar opposites, like in terms of like presentation. Punk and Darby, I could see like Punk wanting to be like Darby's friend or vice versa.
What about a Jungle Boy?
No interest.
Nope.
What about Andrade?
Very little to no interest.
I
don't know what I want to see Andrade do in AEW.
Listen, I can't speak out of turn, but I don't give a fuck about Andrade. Sorry, don't care. New hair, don't care. Whatever.
What about who?
What about us?
What about Sammy
Guevara?
Yeah.
So I can get on board with that.
So to be fair, we'd say our top three would be what? Malachi Black, MJF.
But here's the thing. There's a difference. The drop off between the top two and like the bottom three is tremendous. So like to me, it's Omega, MJF, and then everyone else, if it's not Daniel Bryan right away, is insanely low.
Now flip the script. Who do you put Daniel Bryan with?
That's a great question. I mean, I think anyone you put with MJF is great. So I would put him right at the top as well. I think, like I said, Darby Allin, because just they seem like polar opposites in terms of presentation, but they're both baby faces. So that would be kind of tough unless Daniel Bryan wants to reinvent himself and come back as a bad guy. I just don't think he'd get booed.
I'm going to throw one out, and it might be just because I'm a homer. Daniel Bryan, Lance Archer.
Listen, if anything is done well, if it's presented well, yeah, I'll get behind it because I got nothing but love for both of them. So like it's all good to me if it's presented well. But I'm just thinking, like Archer's a monster. He's a beast. Like, so if you do like the tree chopping, like Daniel Bryan kicks to the legs and do all that stuff, and just like what story I think Darby Allin is probably the most intriguing one for me. Or actually, you know what? Him and Sammy, I think, would be probably the best, just because Sammy is so brash and he's so cocky and arrogant and kind of a dick, and Daniel Bryan's the opposite.
I find it interesting. Nobody brought up Jericho yet.
I brought up Jericho for CM Punk. But
about Daniel Bryan, Scorpio Sky.
Oh, give me anything with Scorpio Sky on it. Sign me up.
I want to see him against Cesar Bononi.
Oh God, who doesn't want it? That's a dream match, man.
Yeah, Lee Johnson,
Lee Moriarty.
Oh, I would love to watch Daniel Bryan Danielson kick Marco Stunt's head square off his body, like something from a creep show. Just his head just goes flying into the fucking third row.
You know what?
Next week, Matt, can you take over the top five again? And it's been a while since we've done this, and I want you to do a top five of the people you hate most.
Ooh, all right.
in wrestling. And me and Tony have to try to guess a year removed or whatever, how long it's been since the last time we mentioned how many people that you hate, because you fluctuate a little bit.
All right.
Sometimes you like Dalton, sometimes you hate Dalton, sometimes
back to hating Dalton.
That's right. So he's gonna definitely be on the list. Tony, write that down, because he's definitely gonna be on the list. But dude, I'm intrigued. Daniel Bryan's done, right? That's been confirmed by multiple people?
I believe so.
They took him. They contacted 2K Sports and told him to remove Daniel Bryan from the upcoming 2022.
Right. But they stopped. They told him to take him out of future toy lines. They told they noticed, I guess the 2022 thing is part of it. But dude, that's all right. So even if, all right, let's just say they only get Daniel Bryan and CM Punk is not there. Is that as big? I think we all know the answer to this, so this might be rhetorical. Is that as big of a needle mover if they don't get Punk, or if it was just Punk by himself? I think it's rhetorical. But so let me rephrase. How big of a needle mover is that? Is the optic of the yes, everyone doing the yes there? Is that enough to entice people to watch?
No, and I'll tell you why. Because they have to give him "Owner of a Lonely Heart" by Yes, because that's his theme music.
All right.
Tony Khan has to spend that money to get that Final Countdown money, son.
That was his Ring of Honor music?
It was.
No, I kind of like the flight of the Flight of the Valkyrie. Is that what it's called?
Flight of the Conchords.
That fits him. No? Yes?
Oh, bro, the Final Countdown.
Nah, this music fits him better, dude.
Nah, dude, the Final Countdown hits, that place goes wild.
I agree, but can you yes to that?
Yeah.
If he's on the way to the ring, can he do?
No, it's not the same.
Can we try it? Can we do a live experiment?
No.
And play it and see if we can yes to it?
Tony, you want me to find like some bootleg version of it so you don't get a, what do we get?
No, do whatever you want.
I forgot about that.
I'm saying no.
No, just because it's stupid. I don't think it makes sense.
It makes perfect sense. We're doing an experiment.
Tony, we know how much you love when Tony Khan buys the rights to music for his wrestlers. So this is it's important.
This is a, what do they call it? A focus group. It's market research. We're actually doing Tony Khan a favor and Daniel Bryan. So we'll play it. We'll do it like 10 seconds so we don't get in trouble, or like 15 seconds. And then we'll see if we can yes to, what is this, Flight of the Conchords?
No, the Final Countdown.
Oh, that's right. It's business time. Yes. To, what is this, Flight of the Conchords?
No, the Final Countdown.
Oh, that's right. Is that me?
Oh, shit, that's me.
Yes.
Professional broadcasting.
That's right. 10 years, baby. 10 years, baby. Turn up. Yes.
No, it doesn't.
Yes. 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 Oh, it definitely works. Yes. 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 Yeah. Oh, 100%. Give him that music, Matt. Call up Tony.
Oh boy.
Yes. 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 Matt, get Kate to get Tony Khan on the phone, and let's give him a call, because I think that's the move. Yes. 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 Oh, dude, it works better than Flight of the Conchords. Yes. 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 Yes.
Oh, that bad. It's bad, dude. Cut it off. Yeah.
Okay, it's bad. Something happened.
Bad.
Something happened.
Holy fuck.
Yeah. That's gonna be great.
You gotta unmute yourself, asshole. Something was wrong with your fucking computer.
That might be the best part of the show we've ever done.
Ugh.
Oh.
I think it works.
You didn't hear the static?
No.
Oh yeah. We ended up in a bad place, but I think it was worth it.
Oh, I'm having a rough time over here.
Matt, where'd you get that gray AEW shirt?
I got it on Pro Wrestling Tees. It was on sale for like $8.
Oh, look at you. Nice.
I'm like thrifty. I got what do I got? To answer your question, Kevin, I don't think Daniel Bryan moves the needle as much as CM Punk.
Yeah. But
To be fair.
do you think it'll still be? Do you think it'll still be viewed as like a mega move? I think it does. I think it is.
Huge move for AEW.
Yeah.
But CM Punk has those fans that probably stopped watching wrestling when he stopped wrestling, who will instantly tune into AEW.
Yeah, I'm with you. Tony hates everything about it.
Yep.
Why, Tony?
Why, Tony?
Why, Tony? Why? Tell me your why. No more yesterday.
Why is your heart full of anger
Today.
Why do you not like the Punk?
Today.
O'Brien gives you the funk.
That's right.
Don't be so sad.
Matt's gonna give Sonny the spunk.
Tony, are you more excited for the NWA Champion Series?
Oh, there we go. Bring him in. Reel him in, Matt.
Thrilled.
Oh my God.
What is it? What is this here? What?
That's what I'm wondering. What is this championship series? Like, what is this? What are they doing?
What are they gonna do?
Honestly, like, I look at this and it's like, this is some shit you make up with your fucking, like, your federation when you're a kid.
Fig Fed.
Yeah, it's like, okay, I'm gonna team this guy up with this guy and this guy up with this guy and this guy up with that guy and blah 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 blah. It's like,
It's the Battle Bowl.
I don't know. It's just really weird.
So the idea is that a champion captains a team.
A champion and a legend, Matt.
And a legend.
And the champion and the legend do not wrestle in this series.
Right. And it's all man and female.
Yes, or man and
woman.
woman. Yeah, something like that.
Mixed
No
match.
there's no non-binaries that we know of in the NWA. At least
I
not
don't,
yet. So.
I don't know what any of that means.
They're all men and females. So there you go.
Yes. Okay. That's
So
great.
here you go. So the team captains met on Tuesday and they picked along with their legends, because they were teamed up. Unbeknownst to them, they did not get to choose who they teamed up with legend-wise. But the team captains and the legends pick the matchups. They pick who's on the teams. And each member of the winning team receives an open title shot. What that means, I don't know. For the winning captain, a year's protection from all who have served beneath them, or a new title shot should they so choose. So I think that means, like, if Booger Eater's on Nick Aldis's team and Nick Aldis's team wins, then Booger Eater can't challenge him for a year.
Okay. But Booger. Oh, okay.
If that makes sense. And there's points. They haven't given any kind of point schedule, but there's points for all the matchups. And it was a whole lot of going through the field and going through the picks. So here you go.
I got it all right here too, T-Donk.
Uh-oh.
So one team, so Camille captains one team, Aaron Stevens another, Nick Aldis got a third, and the Pope got a fourth. Now they got teamed up with the four legends. So Camille got teamed up with Austin Idol, which she was happy about. Aaron Stevens got teamed up with Taryn Terrell, which is kind of like the funniest of the four groups. Like, she kept yapping, and he was just in front of her, like, making faces to the camera.
What?
Fucking hilarious.
Who's the legend in that group?
Taryn Terrell.
What?
Yeah, she's a legend.
Oh, that's right.
A legend what? In her spare time? In her mind?
Yeah, well, she's a legend. She's an NWA legend, apparently.
Oh.
So the Pope gets somebody he's very familiar with. He gets teamed up with Velvet Sky. And yes, she's a legend.
She's a legend too.
Yeah. Well, because Pope is the current television champion.
Oh,
so.
I know. I'm just.
And last but not least, Nick Aldis gets teamed up with somebody he did not want to be teamed up with, the legend Melina.
Oh.
We're really throwing around this legend moniker, huh?
So why do you think I was upset? You guys are like, oh, Tony's all pissed off. Facts. Boom. Right in your lap.
Listen, Taryn Terrell is a former general manager of ECW.
Doesn't matter.
What?
Matters.
Taryn Terrell is a former general manager of ECW, WWECW.
You look up this Taryn Terrell.
Only real ECW, KG.
KJG.
I'll kill you.
Sorry, I'm truly disgusted that I'm drinking this grapefruit seltzer.
Yeah, you're really milking that. You should just chug it and get it over with.
So here you go. I'll just go through the teams that they picked. All
right, this is what makes you a legend. She's been on NCIS New Orleans.
Ah.
Well, fuck. There you go.
She was Shauna. Let's see. She's been the Knockouts champion once.
Yeah.
That makes her a legend.
We are just wow. This is What's your boy WPC doing, bro? What is this?
He's putting legends with champions. It's the Champion Series.
He's releasing Thunder Rosa, but we're gonna go on Fight TV, and you're gonna give me money, and I'm gonna tell you this broad's a legend.
Listen, we all knew Thunder Rosa was short for the NWA. Come on, dude. Come on.
Yeah, that was more of like a sign of good faith.
Legend, dude.
She helped put over Camille on her way out. We knew it was coming. Come on, dude. It is
legend.
All right, listen. Let's move on. I don't want to spend 3 hours on this because it needs no more than 2 minutes of time. So Camille and Austin Idol, they go through the list. They pick Tom Latimer. They pick Kenzie Page.
Okay.
They pick one half of the tag champs, Kratos.
Why isn't Kratos in? Why can't he be a legend? Him and Aaron Stevens could be a team.
Because that's not how it works. That's not how any of this works.
Aaron Stevens could be a legend and Kratos could be the champion.
Stop asking questions I cannot possibly answer, dude. Please. I may be an expert, but I don't speak idiot, Dorkinese, whatever.
What is
Camille, you never spoke Dorkinese?
Well,
every Monday for 10 years.
Bravo, Kev. So they also picked Mims and Sal Renaro. Now, these were all in order back and forth, so that's why you're wondering, like, huh? So Aaron Stevens and Terrence Terrell picked Tyrus, number 1. I know he's your favorite, Matt. Lady Frost, JTG, Marche Rocket, and Jordan Clearwater. Nick Aldis and Melina pick Crimson, Sky Blue, Fred Rosser, our boy Slice Boogie, and Jeremiah Plunkett. And the Pope and Velvet Sky get Booger Eater, Genocide, Jax Dane, the Mystery Man, and Colby Carino. Now, from these picks, they got to put the matchup. So, like, Camille's squad faces off against Aaron Stevens' squad, and Nick Aldis' squad takes on Pope and Velvet Sky's squad. So they have like 8 matchups coming up. There's 4 in Block A, 4 in Block B. I can go through them real quick. Tom Latimer takes on Marche Rocket. Mims takes on JTG. Kenzie Page against Lady Frost. Kratos against Tyrus. Battle of Beef. Sky Blue and Genocide. Fred Rosser and Trevor Murdoch. Crimson against the Mystery Man. And Slice Boogie taking on Jack Stain. Pretty interesting matchups. I mean, Slice Boogie and Jack Stain, because they were kind of like becoming boys or whatnot. So now they got to face each other. Kratos and Tyrus, 2 big guys. Fred Rosser and Trevor Murdoch. Come on. And the Mystery Man's in this thing.
Question.
Go, sure.
All right. For Dorkinese, is dragon language apparently? Is that a thing?
Oh, Dorkinese.
Just make that up. Are they going to reshuffle the deck every week?
No, these are the matchups.
This is it.
As far as I know, yes. You know, listen, wait. I watched this the whole time, and the only thing I kept thinking to myself was Team Challenge Series. I don't understand why they're doing this. I don't know what the point of this was. They've got a major pay-per-view, 2 major pay-per-views coming up at the end of August. Are we building to them with this series? I just don't know. Like, I don't know what the point of this is.
I don't understand. If you're going to break it up into 4 teams, then they all have to. This has to be. So Camille and Austin Idol's team is taking on Aaron Stevens and Taryn Tyrell team in Block A. In Block B is Nick Aldis and Melina taking on Pope and Velvet Sky. Those teams are facing off. Why not just format this like the G1?
My head hurts.
You're asking too many questions, bro.
And then, so what was the point of picking teams? Is Camille and Austin Idol going to get to wrestle Nick Aldis and Melina's squad? Or is this it?
I think this is it. I legitimately think this is it. They didn't give us any more information. We don't know how many points are wins, how many points are draws, how many points are losses. We don't know any of that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Starts tomorrow too, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Are you excited for NWA Power with this Champion Series?
Listen, I mean, here's the thing. Like I said, there's a pay-per-view in a month. Like, are we going to try to squish like 2-3 matches a week of this thing? Like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Dude, didn't they do the Gathering on Saturday or Friday? Didn't Nick Aldis fight Trevor Murdoch?
Yes, and Nick Aldis retained the NWA World's Heavyweight Championship, and now it seems the gauntlet has been thrown down. Booger Eater issued the challenge to Nick Aldis, where he's going to put his career on the line against the title shot. World's Heavyweight Championship.
Was this on Fight?
I don't know. I don't know where. I don't think the Gathering aired anywhere. And if it did, I didn't get
Charlotte,
it.
North Carolina.
It's at the Chase. The Chase
Is that
wrestling. At the Chase?
the Hilton? No, it was no. The Chase is St. Louis. That's the big 73rd anniversary show.
That's 73rd and M Power.
This was the Hilton University Place in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Yes.
Mike Jackson defeated Antonio Alonso.
Yep.
Lodi defeated Dustin Bosworth.
Of course he did.
Colby Carino defeated John Schuyler.
Yes.
Samantha Starr defeated Shalon Royce.
Sure.
Royal.
Yes.
The Revolt defeated Overkill.
Yes.
Sam Houston beat Mitch Hurley. What?
Of course he did.
Camille defeated Kenzie Page. Mr. Hughes beat Bam Bam Bundy.
Why not?
What's a Bam Bam Bundy?
It's Bam Bam and King Kong Bundy's kid.
Nick Aldis beat Booger Eater.
Probably cheated to do it. I didn't read too much about that show. Just kind of happened in the ether.
I've heard great things about that kid, Sam Houston.
Young Sam Houston.
Young Sam Houston.
You ever see him do the two-step when he gets in the ring?
Oh, man. Chaps and all. Chaps and all.
It's a shame, man. NWA's got some great storytelling. I don't know why they're doing this team series. I don't know what the end game is here.
So here's, I don't know, like Crimson and Slice Boogie are on the same team, right?
Yeah.
But Jax Dane is not, so maybe they're going to set that up. But Fred Rosser is not anywhere near JTG. JTG's in a whole nother block, and he's wrestling Mims.
Mims is a fucking talented dude. That's an interesting matchup.
Mims is, how do you pick Sauronaro after Mims? Shouldn't it be the other way around?
Wait, pick Sauronaro before Mims? Sauronaro fucking gets beat all the time, dude.
Dude, I'll take Sauronaro over Mims any day. Have Mims even won a match?
Sauronaro was not picked. The last four gentlemen, Colby, Jeremiah, Jordan Clearwater, Sauronaro, were all randomly placed for that last round. So Sauronaro even got his ass in there.
Bullfrog.
See if Matthew Mims has won anything in Power.
Was a good friend.
Matthew Mims plays Boogie beat the War Kings.
That was all Slice Boogie. Oh, he did beat Jeremiah Plunkett on Super Power Surge.
Yeah.
But he's been on the losing end of everything.
Sauronaro's lost a lot more than fucking Mims, dude. Come on.
Mouth. Let's see. I'm going to sneeze.
Oh, boy. Pewy.
Jeremiah was a bullfrog.
Excuse me. Sorry. I mentioned it in passing. The NWA let Thunder Rosa out. She wanted out, and they gave her out.
Yeah. Oh, boy. Matt's got the hay fever.
And now she's all elite. I got the Delta now.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh, where are you going?
Wherever. I've been everywhere, man. A tie-in between the NWA and right in Kevin's wheelhouse of Impact. It looked like Deonna Purrazzo finally accepted Mickie James' challenge.
That's right. After weeks of some disrespect towards a real legend, Mickie James.
So wait a minute. So now are they going to have a match, or is she just coming in for Empower?
She's coming in for Empower.
Okay.
I imagine it'll end up being a match, but right now it's just to be a part of the Empower thing.
But you see, like, I think that's the moneymaker. I think you get the Impact Women's Championship defended at NWA 73 because Mickie James said she wants to wrestle at NWA 73. I don't think it's a bad idea. Why not? NWA title's been defended in AEW. Why not have the Impact title defended in NWA? I'd be down.
I think it's going to happen.
I'd be down for that.
But now, didn't you just say that all their shows are in the can or whatever?
Yeah, but not the pay-per-views.
But how do you do that if Deonna isn't on the shows?
It's a special attraction match. I don't know. She got invited. Maybe she was at the NWA tapings. I have no idea.
That's true too.
I don't know.
I mean, it's definitely going to happen. She's in. She shook Mickie James's hand and everything on Impact.
Oh, a handshake.
Yeah, that's a verbal, or not a verbal contract, but that means a deal is a deal. Watch American Pickers. Once they buy and sell something, they always handshake, make it official. That's right.
Next time you watch American Pickers, and this is just an inside joke for the three of us and anyone who knows them, that's Jamie Miller and the Professor.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh
Wow,
my,
Matt really fucking enjoyed that one. Holy
dude, the professor right down to the hair is exactly the same too. For professor's Mike and Jamie's. Yo, I used to. Oh my god, Matt. You know what's so funny? I think I did it on Instagram. Like, who wore it better? Like Jamie Miller and Frank Fritz, like the exact same gray T-shirt. Oh my god!
Fantastic.
I never thought about the professor as Mike. Oh my god! Even the hair is the same. Mike's a little grayer, even though I haven't seen the professor in a while, so who knows?
Don't worry, no one has.
Yeah, but yo, that's a TV show.
Tony, are you in on the MLW micro brawlers?
No, I did see the email. I was kind of interested. We got Richard Holiday and Hammerstone. Who's the third one? Is it Muertes?
No, it was
Sam
who?
No, who's the third one? Who's the third?
Literally just saw it.
I know, me too. I don't even know if I have the email yet.
Let's go to the old
Because I fucking delete email.
MLW.
Oh, I know emails.
Oh, here we go. I got it. La Park. LA Park.
Yeah, LA Park. Yeah.
Yes, the park guy.
Except he's like as skinny as Richard Holiday and Hammerstone. So
They're micro brawlers, man. They're all pretty much the same size.
not to skip.
I got a sweet flying Bryan one in my pro wrestling crate the other day.
Oh, that was the micro brawler in this month's crate? That's pretty cool.
Run out of room. It's getting bad, guys. Run out of room.
Stop buying shit, stupid.
In the details. He's never gonna stop.
I pre-order stuff, and then I get like the New Japan stuff I pre-ordered last March. I just got a notification it's shipping today.
What figures are in that line?
It's Tanahashi, Ospreay, Okada, Ishii, Big Tom, Naito, Bushi, Evil, and what is that?
I got Bluntman and Chronic signed by Jason Mewes and Kevin Smith.
When?
These were a gift. My buddy Matt gave them to me.
Is that Space Ghost?
Yes, coast to coast. See? Bluntman comes with weed and some other good stuff. And
I had an idea for a TV show that I wanted to pitch to Comedy Central. Or it's an animated roast battle show, and it's hosted by Space Ghost, and we call it Space Roast.
Oh, fuck off. Wow. Oof.
Dude, remember when roast battles were like the legit thing? Imagine doing like a live, like with the actual comics dubbing over the animated versions of themselves, telling the jokes, and Space Ghost is hosting it. That's money, bro.
Kevin does not partake in the marijuana, folks. Just remember that.
I'm telling you, it's money. Maybe not so much more because roast battles are kind of a thing of the past, but they still exist, but they're just not as popular as they used to be. But anyway.
Kevin, in your wheelhouse of Impact, it looks like Fire and Flavor are done. It's a wrap, huh?
Matt, I just kind of heard about this through the grapevine. I guess someone was talking about, I guess Kiera Hogan's gone.
She put out on her OnlyFans that it's a wrap. She's done working with Impact. She's gonna go out there and see what she can do its best, and that's on. Period. Whatever that means.
That's upsetting to me because I was trying to get them a deal with Doritos.
I thought, and I'm surprised it didn't have any legs, to be honest with you, because I'm pretty sure they were both behind it.
Oh yeah, they love it. Then I decided to desert Doritos and thought a Fire and Flavor like spicy burrito from Taco Bell would be a pretty good marketing thing. So I was like, all right, Doritos is no selling me. Let's get Fire and Flavor with Taco Bell.
Gentlemen, I don't know if you follow Tommy Fierro on Facebook. Huge announcement yesterday, though. 80s Wrestling Con in May.
Yep.
Right around the corner from my house at that Menon Sports Arena, gentlemen.
Have you ever seen WWE at Menon back in the day?
Not. No.
Yo, let's go. When is it? May
7th, 2022.
That's a long time.
Ooh.
Let's go. Let's do it. Why not?
Get ourselves a table.
We want to get back in the vending game, or we're just gonna go hang?
Oh no! Fuck no!
Hang! I ain't going.
No! Fuck no!
Yeah, man. See? Fuck no.
Who are we gonna get? Ted DiBiase.
Also,
no. Fuck no.
before it just slips my mind. Fucking Jay White, Tony. Suck a big, hairy donkey dick, buddy.
That's right.
Why? Because he showed up on Impact.
Put it in your mouth. Just put it in your mouth and love it. Love every minute of it. Your boy's fucking filling in for your other boy who's got fucking pussy problems, and he's doing the JOB to the Dragon. Your whole stable's full of fucking losers, bro.
Yeah, Jay White on Impact. Ooh.
What do you mean, Tony? Why are you like, oh God, you're such an...
Tony just hates Jay White because he's a fucking loser.
No, but this is like the third wrestling company that we talked about tonight, and he's like totally like hating on all of them.
Jay White sucks.
You suck.
That's
Fuck
right.
you, dude. I obey risk control. That cocksucker doesn't.
You watch your mouth.
Anything.
You watch your mouth. Obey
Hey,
this
look,
risk control.
I fucking lost my smile because I fucking lost him. I can't reel, you fucking loser.
Hey, Matt.
I
Yo.
couldn't win the fucking world championship because Kota Ibushi's so much better than me. I don't know what to do with my life anymore. I'll just go to Impact.
Is he? He's still the heavyweight champion. Whereas Kota Ibushi hasn't wrestled in months because he's got fucking Vagisil. He's out.
Vagisil is the cure, not the disease.
Well, he's not using it enough. He's probably putting it on his dumb eyes because he's an idiot.
Because he doesn't know how to read Dorkanese.
Yeah, and he's looking for that 25th hour. He can't find it because he's got Vagisil in his eyes. You fucking asshole. You golden lover. What's a golden lover? What's a golden lover? You fucking hand job.
On the whale eye, not your eyes.
Your dumb fucking haircut. Stupid. It looks like someone put a bowl over his dumb head and cut his fucking hair.
No, that's a fucking BTG haircut like those bands have.
Yeah, he's a fucking HIV asshole. I don't know. Really?
Wow. You guys really went at it there.
Yeah. I don't understand. I understand your dislike for King Switch. He's a king. Kota Ibushi's nothing.
The only thing I recognize is Nakamura, and he's not in New Japan anymore.
Come on!
I just can't. When I see Switchblade, I can't not see Tony Nese. They're like twins.
What?
You don't think he looks exactly like Tony Nese?
No, Tony Nese looks like Jay White. Get it right.
No, listen, I'm not hating on Jay White. I've lessened my stance on Jay White. I don't mind him. I think he's actually pretty darn cool. He's turned on me.
I don't like it.
Does he wrestle Kenny Omega for the Impact World Championship on Impact?
I mean, it got to go that way, right?
I would think so.
Huh?
I would imagine so.
Yeah, because that's what I mean. They set the whole thing up on Thursday with unless they do like a tag gimmick with like him and like Chris Bay and against the Good Brothers or against maybe some other people come to help him because I think he called out Dave Finlay to start, and then so it might be like maybe like a Bullet Club versus Finn Juice, Bay and Jay White. If Chris Bay joins the Bullet Club, do you think they'd call him Bullet Bay Armstrong?
I would just do Bullet Bay.
Bullet Bay.
Don't get the Armstrong in there.
Yeah, but see what I did there, all right?
I like Bullet Bay. I do. Bullet Bay would be good though.
Bullet Bay.
Well, that's the match this week. It's Jay White and Bullet Bay against the Good Brothers in a non-title match.
All right. So here's the thing about Impact that if I had I love it. Like I said, it's my favorite show of the week. But they're so like predictable, I guess, because like they always do that. When it's a feud with Kenny Omega, you always put like the two guys against the Good Brothers. It's like so. I mean, I get it. It always makes sense, but it's so predictable because it makes sense. So, and I'm sure the matches will be great, but I just wish they would kind of like spice it up. And I get it. The Good Brothers are there to protect Kenny Omega, so it again always makes sense. Just like it's all right. So now we know what's going to happen next week.
It's really like I was super excited to hear Jay White was an Impact because that's a great surprise. And the prospect of him and Kenny Omega is fantastic because of that ongoing like real Bullet Club versus the Bullet Club thing.
Yeah. And they did have a match before, right, Matt?
They did, and Jay White beat him to win the IWGP US Heavyweight Championship.
Okay.
In a fantastic match. But I don't know, man. Like Kenny Omega is a huge star, and he's on AEW every Wednesday night. And they never mentioned that he's the Impact World Champion. They didn't mention that he was going to defend the title against Sami Callihan on a pay-per-view like
on AEW.
On AEW.
Yeah, that bothers me too.
And they talk about it on Wednesday. It just doesn't make sense to me. And I know that AEW letting Kenny Omega go to Impact benefits Impact. But you would think someone at Impact is like, just mention that there's a pay-per-view this weekend, please, and Kenny's wrestling Sami Callihan.
Yeah, and what happened to Kenny Omega coming out on AEW with all the belts? Like, he doesn't even do that anymore.
I have no idea. It's just a weird, it's a very, like, I love that all these companies are working together, but it's very, very confusing as to who benefits.
Yeah, like if I'm Scott D'Amore, I'm with you. I'm like, dude, come on, like, just mention our show. Like,
the Good Brothers are your Impact World Tag Team Champions. They're also involved in a feud in AEW. They're also in the finals of some New Japan Strong tournament, wrestling Dickinson and Brody King this week. And they talked about it because I watched the Grand Slam this afternoon from New Japan, where the Dangerous Techers, Zack Sabre, and my man Tai Chi.
That's right.
Go fuck yourself, Tony. You love Tai Chi. You wish he ripped his pants off and threw them on your face. Beat Sonata and Naito to regain the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. And they mentioned on commentary, like, when the worlds open up again, like the Good Brothers, Violence Unlimited, like what's going to happen here. So it's just, it's a great time, but it's also very confusing as to who benefits and how do you make this work where you care. Cause I feel like the initial Kenny Omega on Impact, everyone was over the moon about it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like I'm not watching Impact. I love Jay White. I didn't watch it. I mean, I don't have time, but I haven't even sought out like Impact to watch and see like what he's doing.
Yeah, I think I don't think they're doing a terrible job with it. It's just not what I expected. Like I was expecting like you know how I love like gang warfare and wrestling and like promotion versus promotion and invasions and all that stuff. That's what I kind of thought we were getting. But then once it just became like Kenny Omega, which is still great, like Kenny Omega, Rich Swann, Kenny Omega, you know, Sami Callihan, Kenny Omega, Moose. Like it's all well and good with these single feuds, but it's just like at the end of the day, now Kenny Omega just seems like an Impact Wrestling guy. Like he doesn't seem like an AEW guy there to invade. Like he's just there now.
Right. And for me, if I'm watching Impact and we're bringing in Jay White to potentially challenge Kenny Omega, are you telling me that there's nobody on the Impact roster who can take the title from him?
Yeah.
Correct.
No,
everybody that stepped up has fallen to Kenny Omega.
It's going to be somebody. I think I mentioned
some outsider prick is potentially going to fucking beat him. And when he does,
that's 4 promotions.
What does it say about your Impact roster?
That's 4 promotions Tony is shit on today.
Nobody's good enough to beat Kenny Omega that's on the Impact roster as it exists. Nobody is.
You know,
so I ask you again, what was the point of Impact getting involved in this? See, this is not people. This is just like the territory days. No, it's not. Because if it was like the territory days, AEW would send Kenny Omega to Impact to work there for 6 months to a year, and then he would have went back to AEW.
Yeah, but here's where you're wrong. In the territory days, they would send the world champion, the NWA world champion, and they would feud with that promotion's top guys, and that NWA champion would always win. So
right, but that NWA world champion would not take that promotion's belt with him.
And not only that, he's the champion of a promotion. He's not a champion of the organization. The National Wrestling Alliance was a governing body. Right, AEW is not a governing body. They're just another.
I get it. But if the comparison is that Kenny Omega is like Ric Flair.
No, he's not. There's no thought. Whoever thought that?
I thought that's what you said.
No, everybody's got their own championship. There's no unified champion that would travel around in this scenario. Kenny Omega just happens to be the asshole that has 4 belts.
I mean, you might be right. The comparison with the territories might stop there, but it's still kind of like the territories. It feels like.
No, it doesn't. Because in the territory days, if Wahoo McDaniel went to fucking Mid-South, he stayed in Mid-South for a year or 2. And then he went on to World Class with the Von Erichs for about 6 months.
All right. Well, Kenny's been there for like 6 months already.
Right. But he's also, Tony's saying when they leave the territory, they go to another and they're just in that territory. You get Kenny on So Kenny's involved in a major storyline on Dynamite where he is feuding,
all right,
up to this huge match with Adam Page, and now he's doing. I mean, I hate to. I don't know if you know about the spoiler.
What's
is it for Impact?
Somebody very close to the show is the next challenger to Kenny Omega
for the Impact Championship.
Yeah, and it'll be at whatever that thing is, the next special show.
Is it Fala?
It's not Fala.
All right, so yeah, don't tell me then. I mean,
I'm not gonna. I won't tell you.
But now, God damn it, someone really close to the show.
It's fucking what's his nuts?
If it's not Fala, who else is really close?
Oh, come on, Kev. Even I know this. I don't even watch Impact.
TJ Vegas says Tommy Dreamer is going to take the title off of Kenny Omega.
Yeah,
oh my God.
Tommy can't even fucking wear the title if he fucking gets it.
Close to the, I don't want to spoil it for the people listening, so I guess we just should. All right, so literally it's not Captain Literal Man territories, but it just, with all these people going to different places, it has that feel. So that's all. I think that's where it stops and starts in terms of the comparison to the territories. So there's that, but big Impact guy.
Interesting.
That's right.
See, because now on AEW, right, Moxley lost the IWGP US Heavyweight title to Lance Archer.
Ooh, that's right.
Lance Archer will defend the title against Hikuleo, who is a member of the Bullet Club from Japan. So there's a lot of, as I like to say, spoons in the porridge.
Always spoons, always porridge.
Kevin, anything from Impact this week that you found that tickled your fancy? Anything of note?
Oh, well, my dear good personal friends are still entangled in a heated rivalry. Broski Matt Cardona, Prince of Queens, Bryan Myers, the most professional wrestler, 6-man tag team match. Bryan, man, Myers was supposed to be the face of Impact Wrestling. He should be challenging Kenny Omega, but they just can't catch a break. They lost to Chelsea Green, Cardona, and Jake something, who is still waiting for the rocket ship, baby. But yeah, I mean, obviously the show was about Jay White and Chris Bay. I mean, you had Finn Juice versus Ace and Madman Fulton, two great teams. But I don't know what's going on with Ace and Fulton, man. Like they were like, it's always like, it feels like stop and start with them. But anyway, like we mentioned, Fire and Flava, they gone. Hopefully Tasha Steele sticks around because I think she's money.
Kevin, question. I saw somewhere Mr. Morrissey said that he's only signed till Bound for Glory.
I did not see that, Matt. So I can either confirm or deny. But if
Eddie are still doing that battle, right?
Yeah, because Eddie actually, and I saw Eddie this past weekend, and he's a great guy.
Didn't he win some kind of WrestlePro championship?
He is the new WrestlePro Silver Champion. Defeated current champion Matt McIntosh and Create a Pro New York's Aaron Rourke in a triple threat match. And it was a banger, as we like to say here. Banger. Yeah, gotta love the banger. Yeah, great guy. He literally like sat next to me the entire time he watched the entire show from right next to me on the bench where I had my setup.
Leg on bench?
Leg on bench. Yes, it was Edwards on bench.
You know, we're going to talk WWE. We're going to talk some Ring of Honor. We got some games, and we'll talk about Kevin's WrestlePro weekend.
I got games, baby. I'm really excited. Can we come back with the game?
I'm all in. I'm the champ. I make John Cena look like a chump. The champ is here.
Like, I don't do shit, but I put a lot of work into this. I'm like really excited.
I'm excited for it. Come on, T-Donk, you puss.
Really wasn't that much work, but I still did it.
You want some?
T-Donk. I think T-Donk, I think you have a chance here.
Back after this. We know you love shopping at Amazon, and we also know you love listening to the Shining Wizards. That's why you're hearing this commercial right now. But were you aware that you could combine the two, do all your shopping, and support the show at the same time? Well, of course you can. Instead of going to Amazon.com, go to Amazon.shiningwizards.com and make your purchases the way you normally would. You're going to get the same great low prices, and a portion of whatever you purchase is going to go to support the Shining Wizards. How great is that? You, by purchasing anything that you normally would anyway, is going to support us. That's a win-win in my book. So from now on, when you shop at Amazon, go to Amazon.shiningwizards.com or click the banner on our website and do all of your shopping with the Shining Wizards.
Because of the obvious threat to untold numbers of citizens and because of the crisis which is even now developing, this radio station will remain on the air day and night. This station and hundreds of other radio and TV stations throughout this part of the country are pooling their resources through an emergency network hookup to keep you informed of all developments.
Horns up, everyone. One on the Shining Wizards Network. Be sure every Friday to check out Radioactive Metal. Radioactive Metal is one of the longest running podcasts on the interweb. And every week we bring you a fistful of metal, including interviews with all your favorite artists, discuss all the metal news, and feature the best tunes on the air today. So grab a Lemmy, join your cool Uncle Snowy and co-host Aaron in the pit.
Your recognized symbol of excellence in sports entertainment broadcasting from the current to the way back. Join the impact player Phil Rea and the Portuguese man of war Choppy for the Turnbuckle Throwbacks Wrestling Podcast. Live every week on rantemradio.com. Get all our episodes over at iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn, Audio Boom, Google Play, ShiningWizardsNetwork.com, and TurnbuckleThrowbacks.com.
Are you tired of being told what to think and believe by Hollywood elites and politicians who just don't care about you?
Tired of not getting the truth when you watch the news?
Tired of trying to figure out what pronoun to use?
Tired of mob mentality when all you want to do is think for yourself and make up your own mind?
That's where we come in. This is Justin.
And Vince.
Your hosts of Inconclusive Breakdown.
We are a weekly anti-PC podcast bringing you entertainment and current event news without any spin.
If you want to truly stay informed on what's going on in the world, then give us a listen every Sunday, anywhere you get podcasts, at least till Zuckerberg and Twitter Jack deplatform us.
And as always, we're proud members of the Shining Wizards Network.
Tired of the PC police telling you what you can and cannot say? Want a show that travels back to the 80s and 90s where the badass hosts have beaten down cancel culture on 3 separate occasions and carried on to gloat about it? Since 2013, The Midnight Jury is that show. Travel back to the malls and arcades, pop in your VHS, and join us where the 80s and 90s return from the dead. Conan, tell them where to find us.
WLWstudios.com, home of the Midnight Jury podcast hosted by Midnight Mike and Calvin Brody.
Also available on all major podcast platforms via the Shining Wizards Network, and join in the conversation on Twitter at Midnight Jury.
What's up, wrestling fans? You want something awesome? Check out Wrestling Night in Canada here on the Shining Wizards Network. We're 3 Canadian metalheads uniting for the love of pro wrestling. Every episode we go over all the latest news and special events with the odd unique interview as well. So grab a cold one and check out Wrestling Night in Canada, eh?
Are you tired of being uninformed? Together, we can change all of that. Experience a podcast like you've never heard before. You'll gain knowledge, have some laughs, because we believe this is the last AEW podcast you'll ever need. Join us every Wednesday night at 10:15 p.m. on rantemradio.com and Facebook Live. We can also be found on all major podcast forums as part of the Shining Wizards Network. So stop listening to inferior AEW podcasts and bring a new podcast into your life by joining us.
Join the Mark Order Podcast.
Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at MarkOrderPod and on Facebook.com/MarkOrderPod. Don't forget to tag us on social media and use hashtag #JoinTheMarkOrder, because if you don't find us,
we will find you.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. My name is Thomas, and what's your name?
I'm Alan.
Alan.
Yeah. We're brothers.
That's right.
Yeah. Same mother and father.
Your room was...
We shared the room.
Shared a room.
We shared the room.
Thought I knew your face.
Yeah, we go way back, mate. Yeah.
We should do a podcast then.
We have.
We do a podcast.
We do a podcast.
What's it called?
The Broadcast. Yeah, that was planned.
Yeah. Well,
what do we do?
Well, we cover all different things in the world of pop culture. We're talking about comic books, we're talking about professional wrestling, and we're talking about movies. Go back and watch classic retro wrestling events, the likes of WWE, WCW, and if you do like that, you can check us out on Apple iTunes, also on Podbean, Anchor, and on Podknife. Also check us out on Twitter at The Broadcast. That's BROKAST.
The ending. Yeah, it's all right. Good on you.
Yeah. Instagram also at The Broadcast Podcast.
Remember, we don't spell it with a C. We spell it with a K.
Sorry, mate.
Take it easy.
All right. We're back. We're going to take this time to thank those that support us over at our Patreon. If you enjoy what you're listening to, check out our Patreon, patreon.com/Wizards Podcast. For as little as $1 a month, you can support the Shining Wizards Wrestling Podcast. Your best bet is $3 a month. You get 4 bonus episodes a month. We are behind on July. It kind of got away from all of us with the 4th of July and the Ring of Honor trip and life. Just bear with us. The watch along for July is up. Tony did a banger of a job. Definitely check it out. And more bonus episodes to come, if not this week, early next week. So August might be chock full of bonus content for you as we play catch up. At this time, we'd like to thank our Patreon supporters. My man, Brandon Haney, not to be outdone with the mysterious role. Kerry Cowling, Braden Bergren. I butchered your name, Bergman. I'm sorry. The LeBron James of Mattel Elite Figure Collecting. Matthew Birch, the True Prince of Pro. Make sure you're following him on Twitter. David Henry Bauer III. His pal Antonio Harsterman makes experimental music at harvestmanrecords.bandcamp.com. Michael Hammond, Thomas Cops, the Mott Spock, Milwaukee Tom, Hi Tom, every fucking name under the sun. That guy. J Cop, Big Cop a Pump from the struggling Turnbuckle Throwbacks. Please support the less fortunate. Listen to them, like them. Please help them. All right, they are slowly fading into obscurity. And Jay is awesome. Kenny Hawsey, the Scotch Drinkmore. Mark Parloni.
Happy birthday, Mark.
Christine Friesendorf. Maddie Mellinger. Matt Garifo, no relationship to the K. JG. Catherine Hensler at ondeckic.com. You know her from the Shining Wizards Wrestling Podcast. She's now a member of the Mark Order podcast, and she does a bunch of other podcasts. The Front Row Material podcast. She did some prediction show with John Ross Sapp. She's big time now, so hitch your wagons to her. She'll take you nowhere. Brett Simonello.
What do you hear? Oh, sorry.
Brett Simonello.
No.
What do you hear? What do you say?
No.
Ryan
Sorry, Tony.
Sean Calejo, Sean Toe, Ryan Arthur over at Elementary Brewery. Elementary.com is the website. If you're in the North Jersey area, please check out the brewery in Hackensack. Anthony and Danny Rusinello, the brothers Russ, the king of the Shining Wizards, Mr. Manny Crazzo, the queen of the Shining Wizards, one Kathy Hummer, who did make an appearance in the Facebook chat tonight. What up, Hummer?
Saw her on Saturday too.
I'm so sorry.
Oh.
Last but certainly not least, Mr. William Mercier Jr.
Tony, be quiet. Lives are gonna be lives are gonna be in William Mercier's hands. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean, Kevin. I know what you mean.
Oh, you could have played it through the entire read, Tony. That would have been perfect.
Those are our wonderful supporters over at our Patreon, patreon.com/Wizards Podcast. And if you want to check out our Discord, there's a link on our Twitter page at Wizards Podcast. Join in. Lots of fun conversations, lots of chats about wrestling and otherwise, music, DDP, yoga, movies, TV shows, the Olympics, creepy people coming out of hiding. It's all there. It's all there. We're talking about all things in the world.
That's right.
Yes.
Tony, how you doing over there, buddy guy? I know we at the beginning of the night, I know there was a lot of
I'm great. Wrestling's great. Times are great. Things are great. Life is great. Everything's great.
Is it like I gotta give Kevin some credit here. I think the Friday or Saturday before Money in the Bank, he said, I guarantee you on Monday Night Raw there will be a cash-in. And last Monday, I guess after you guys got off the air, old superhero Nikki Ass, she won. She cashed in. What's Nikki Ash? What is it?
Nikki ASH, almost a superhero.
Almost a superhero.
Believe that's what it is. That was totally off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. 99.9.
Cashed in and she took that championship from old Charlotte.
That's right.
How you guys feel about that?
I don't think it's a long-term thing, but I'm totally awesome with it. So we'll see. I'm sorry, Tony, go ahead.
I kind of like Nikki Ash. I'm kind of into it.
No, I'm all about it. I think it's great. That's why I predicted her to win the Money in the Bank to begin with, and why I'm pretty sure that she. That's right. Toot toot.
It's silly. It's goofy, and it works. It just works.
Listen, like we always say this in wrestling and with everything else. Sometimes what's old is new again. You know, you have Hurricane. You have her. You had Molly Holly. Like it just works, and it's funny, and it's something that just takes your mind off of the seriousnness of wrestling sometimes. And I haven't really seen a lot of it other than like the cash in because we record, so I don't really watch Raw. But why do this if you weren't going to run with it? And I know the Liv Morgan story was a great story. She'll get her chance at some point. I'm sure she has a future SmackDown Women's Championship reign written all over her. But this was just like you did a total 180 on this woman's character. So you got to commit and you got to go. And I knew there was a cash in. I was not 100% sure this was going to be the cash in, but I'm very happy it was because I think it's perfect. We'll see what happens. She might lose it tonight. Who knows? But I think it was definitely, it's WWE, so she probably will lose it tonight, but who knows?
It reminds me of the storytelling in New Japan when they have these tournaments where everybody's got their story going into it, but ultimately only one person's walking away with that shot or that championship or whatever the deal is. So like Liv Morgan, great story, wasn't her time.
Right. You know? I agree. And I think that only strengthens her character and her story to find when she finally gets there.
Mm-hmm.
It won't be like a fluke. I grabbed a briefcase. It'll be I pinned you.
Yep.
Sort of deal. So
exactly.
So I loved it.
Prior to said cash in, one Charlotte Flair cut a promo where she mentioned she was she's an 11-time women's world champion. She lists off that she was the Diva champion once, 5-time Raw, 5-time SmackDown.
No, was she ever NXT? Does she count that or no?
She did not mention that at all.
All the NXT fans are gonna be upset. Oh no! Jeff Hardy beat Karrion Kross. Charlotte didn't mention NXT. Oh no!
No, Kev, you're absolutely right. But the thing is, like up until this point, they would always mention her NXT championship runs. And did she win the tag titles? Was she a tag champ at one point?
She was a one-time tag champion with Asuka.
They mentioned that too as a world championship. So then it becomes, were they trying to fudge the numbers or are they just walking it back so they could maybe do it proper with like women's championships like on Raw?
That was included in the number of titles she had?
Because it was 14 at one point, wasn't it?
I don't know if it was 14 at one point, but she was mentioned her 11-time women's championship.
Okay.
On Monday Night Raw.
And how many years has she been in WWE? Like 5, 6, 7?
37.
In a row?
That's right. 37 years. She's just as old as her father.
She's been on the main roster since 2015.
So in 6 years, she's an 11-time world champion.
That's fucking awesome. I mean, it speaks to how they book their shows, but it's still pretty cool.
Kev, she was champion 11 times. Is she champ?
You know what that means?
Is she champ now?
No.
You know why, Kev?
Tony, can I fathom a guess? But I'd rather you say it.
She's a fucking loser. Wah, wah. 11 times in 5 years, huh?
So, Tony, you have no respect for Ric Flair, do you?
No, it's not that.
Fucking loser.
It's kind of hard to claim yourself to be this multi-time champion when it all happened in the span of only a couple of years. And I think the longest reign she had was with a championship that doesn't exist anymore, the Divas Championship.
Ah, come on. I disagree with that. The lineage is still there, I think. It counts. Because it's the same thing as saying, like, the original women's championship doesn't exist anymore. Because now it's a Raw or a SmackDown or something like that. I think the lineage is still there. You can count them.
It's kind of weird because you look at the WWF tag team titles, their lineage is over. It doesn't exist anymore.
No, now, yeah, correct. Now that doesn't exist because you have the Raw and the SmackDown.
But
when they did it the first time, the titles on SmackDown were the WWE titles, and the ones on Raw were the World Championship.
Yeah,
like the ones that like Hawkins and Ryder held, and Deuce and Domino, and every makeshift team, Kensuke Sasaki and Rene Dupree, were the WWE tag team. Paul London and Brian Kendrick.
Yeah.
WWE tag team championship. World championships were like Batista, Ric Flair, Dudley's, RVD, Booker T, that kind of deal. So that lineage died when the second brand split happened, like the most recent one.
Well, it died when they merged, and then they split them off again, and then that was that. Because it wasn't two becomes one. It was like one was merged into the other.
Is that what happened?
Yeah.
Like the Raw, like the world titles, like the ones that like the Nexus held, and then the SmackDown ones, they were different. I mean, they merged together.
Yeah. Let me pull up the lineage. I could even give you. I want to say it was Tyson Kidd and
Cesaro
Smith were the last ones to hold them.
Well, Tyson Kidd was a champion with Cesaro after he was a champion with with Davey Boy Smith.
Yeah, but those might have already been the different. Let me see.
Were those the Raw tag team championships?
Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out, because I don't know if they were necessarily that was pre having the blue strap and the red strap.
Well, Tony is looking that up, Kevin. You did bring up Jeff Hardy and Karrion Kross, so this all ties in because they did not mention her being an NXT champion.
Who? Her? Who's her?
Charlotte Flair.
She
did not include that in her championship reigns. And then Karrion Kross debuts on Raw with the NXT World Championship and is beat by Jeff Hardy.
That's right.
And you clearly don't see a problem with that. You seem like you were mocking the wrestling community.
No, all right. So here's the thing. It wasn't great. Him having the NXT title and losing that quick wasn't great. But the fact that everyone's losing their shit over it, like people are going to remember it in 2 weeks, is insane. Like it's absolutely like, again, I'm not praising the booking. I'm not, saying, oh God, it was best thing ever, but Karrion Kross won't be hurt by it at all. Like if I would love to know the amount of people that watch Raw and NXT, because I don't think there's a whole lot of crossover. I think if you watch NXT, and you're a smarter fan, you're older, you watch it, and you know who Karrion Kross is. He lost clean to a former 2-time world champion who cheated. It's not the end of the world, people. Again, not saying that it's ideal, not saying that I would do it, but it's like people losing their shit over it, and it just freaking blows my mind. Like that's what you're gonna die. That's the hill you're gonna die on.
I mean, it is 100% terrible booking, especially since Jeff Hardy hasn't been on Monday Night Raw or SmackDown, and he lost.
It's Jeff Hardy.
I know who Ver is. Do you know who Ver is?
Ver.
Yeah, VER.
I do not know who Ver is.
He beat Jeff Hardy on a main event recently.
All right, so Jeff Hardy was probably being a good company guy.
So, I mean, I get why you're upset. I mean,
I'm not upset. Like I'm not losing.
I get why people are upset. Is it a power play by Vince being like, I don't care about your NXT champion? It doesn't make any sense.
No.
And then as a fan, if I'm invested in the NXT product and I've watched Karrion Kross defeat all your superstars, Finn Balor, Adam Cole,
right,
Keith Lee, it's not like Jeff Hardy has been a main focal point on Raw.
And here's how I would counter that.
You can't just throw out like he's a legend because they haven't been doing fuck all with him. And he got beat by Ver. And we don't even know who Ver is.
Taryn Terrell is a fucking legend, and Jeff Hardy's
a legend. You son of a bitch.
Stop, you fucking asshole.
All
How
right.
dare you besmirch Willie P?
To me, Jeff Hardy is above how he's booked. To me, Jeff Hardy doesn't lose any clout because he got another DUI and they haven't done shit with him.
Right.
Like, to me, Jeff Hardy is Jeff Hardy. There's no shame in losing to Jeff Hardy. Now, again, I'm going to preface this because I know me and Kate had a heated back and forth with this on Twitter, and I get it, and I'm sympathetic. Not sympathetic. That's stupid. I agree with why people would feel that it was stupid. But if you watch NXT on Tuesday, it's almost like two different people. It's completely different. Karrion Kross was more dominating than he ever did. It's how we always say, like, all right, now what do you do now? Maybe Karrion Kross shows up tonight on Raw and destroys Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy cheated. Jeff Hardy is a legend, and I don't care how he's been booked. There's been legends who have been booked far worse and have still won matches against people. Now, I understand the NXT faithful are going to get super pissed, but it's just not that big a deal. It's bad booking. Yeah, I get it. But we're 1 week removed from it. Do people really still think today, right now, that this hurt Karrion Kross at all?
I think if you're watching NXT regularly, I think it affects the storyline they're trying to tell over there.
Did you watch NXT on Tuesday?
I don't watch NXT regularly.
Okay.
I wish I had time to watch.
No, that wasn't a dig at all by any means.
It sounds like they're doing the story they're telling on NXT with Samoa Joe coming out of retirement is fascinating. And they're setting up Samoa Joe Karrion Kross, which is going to be a banger of a match.
Yeah, and Karrion Kross left William Regal in blood to get at Samoa Joe because Samoa Joe is his hired gun. And Karrion Kross literally just showed up with the belt. He looked probably more intimidating than he's been since his debut. It's not the end of the world. And I'm not criticizing people for thinking that it could be, but it's just it's wrestling. Like, we've seen, wins and losses matter 100%, but that one wasn't that big a deal. Now, would I have had him out with the belt? The belt is my biggest pet peeve.
That's what I was going to say. If they didn't put him out there with the belt and introduce him as the NXT World Champion, then I don't think it's a big deal.
Yeah. All right. So I will give everyone that because that's fair and that's probably right.
And I think that's where a lot of people fall with that. It's the last time we saw an NXT champion show up, he challenged John Cena and beat him. And that was Kevin Owens.
Yeah. And I was trying to recall that because there was a time when like John Cena would do that open challenge and guys like Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. And I was trying to think, was there any time where an NXT guy did get brought up as the champ and just get absolutely destroyed? And I can't really think of one. I mean, we've seen how NXT guys are booked on Raw anyway, or on the main roster for the most part. But Ricochet and Aleister Black were brought up. They're main eventing and on NXT, but they're job guys every week on Raw and SmackDown. So it's not like it's nothing new. And Johnny Gargano, before him and Tommaso Ciampa said they wanted to stay with NXT, probably would have been the same for them. But, excuse me. It's just people losing their shit over it is just, it's too much. It's bad, but it wasn't grotesque bad. I don't think of Karrion Kross any less. And like I said, the audience, the only problem is the belt. That's it.
Tony, you care to weigh in on this conversation?
I think people were probably more up in arms about Keith Lee. Didn't he also return and also not look so great? They threw him in there against Lashley and...
What was that?
What, the fart?
That was manufactured. I thought it was real.
For real? You didn't see my lips?
No, I really thought that was real.
Were they hidden? Maybe they were hidden. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Keith Lee also lost to Lashley, didn't he?
All right, well, at least he's losing to the world champion.
I understand, but it was also like a big return for him. He hasn't been seen on TV in fuck knows how long, right?
January.
Yeah.
Well, you want to put it all back together. When Jeff Hardy came back to WWE for the first time and he challenged Edge, he lost. Back in when was that? 2000 something. He made his first entrance back in the company forever. So I mean, it happens.
Yeah, but you're also talking about Jeff Hardy, who's much more established at the time than Keith Lee is. No.
Yeah.
I mean, Keith Lee is like the darling of NXT, bask in his glory. He's not like multi-time tag champ, world champ Jeff Hardy. You know.
Well, also, then that plays to my point about why it's cool that he be Karrion Kross.
Yeah, he had to cheat, fucking cheater.
And now he has COVID. So
wasn't the last story that Jeff Hardy was in that he was drunk driving and almost killed Sheamus? You remember that story? You guys don't remember the storyline? Like Sheamus said he was like,
oh my god, the storyline. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
No, wait. You thought like Jeff Hardy was drunk driving and almost killed Sheamus? Like,
yeah, I thought they were like running like travel buddies. And
you remember we shit on that whole story? Like that they put him in the fucking car and Sheamus is like, he tried to run me over, he did, and all this.
Yeah, yes, I do remember that.
Ugh.
Listen, I got no problem with it. Kate's probably gonna text me or shit on me later, but whatever.
Hey, whatever you guys are into, whatever pays the bill.
Onlyfans.com/Catherine the Great.
KTG, KJJ.
Catherine Hensler. In the same breath as Keith Lee, we see Goldberg come back.
Goldberg.
I mean, what are we? Is this what we want?
He gets a crowd reaction. All right, wait. What was the last time Goldberg wrestled? Was it in Saudi Arabia against the Undertaker?
No, it was WrestleMania. Didn't he lose the title to somebody?
Wait, not this past
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Braun. He lost it to Braun. I don't know if that's the last time he was there.
I think so.
Didn't he wrestle Claymore at a pay-per-view?
He did.
He wrestled Dolph Ziggler at a pay-per-view, didn't he?
SummerSlam, I believe.
But that wasn't this past SummerSlam. That might have been 2 SummerSlams ago.
You're too.
By the way, while you guys are looking things up, I can give you the heads up. The WWF Tag Team Championship, which we all know and love, which was won by Demolition and the Hart Foundation, all this and that.
All right, we got to stop talking about this, Tony.
Why?
It's kind of part of my game. I didn't think about it before, but it has something to do with my game.
Oh, Jesus. See, I told you this was a bad idea tonight, Matt.
It's a tremendous idea. We'll make that
the T-Donk. Everybody thinks T-Donk is just a fool. He's dodging people.
You are dodging me. It was Royal Rumble 2021.
Tony, get out of the Tag Team Championship list.
Which one?
All of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Not going to get to answer that Damian Mizdow was a tag team champion?
Just get out of there. Get out of there right now. Worked hard on this game.
How dare you?
I don't need to be blown by you.
That's good. You want to be blown by me?
No, I said I don't need it to be blown by you. I don't need it to be blown by you.
Yeah.
All right, so
it was
that'll be the tiebreaker, I guess.
Yeah, it was Royal Rumble 2021. That's the last time we saw the Oldberg. He got beat by Drew McIntyre in 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
But he wasn't the champ, right?
No.
Yeah. Oh, we awoke in the beast that is the Tony Drop Master.
Yeah, and I just don't.
No, it's too much.
Call me an idiot. I just don't get it.
No, it's too much.
I just don't fucking get it. Why are we bringing back Goldberg? Nobody gives a shit.
Star.
He's not, dude. He's 100 years old.
So is Jericho, and everybody fucking sings his dumb song every week.
Yeah, Matt. Like 2 years ago, I'm pretty sure I fought you about this, but now I'm just like, all right, it's run its course. Like it's Goldberg and who is it again? Lashley.
It's gonna be Goldberg and Lashley.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm out.
I don't know.
What if Goldberg spears, jackhammers, beats up Lashley, and then Big E cashes in and becomes your new WWE World Heavyweight Champion?
Yeah, but why can't you do that with someone like Kofi or Keith Lee?
Because Keith Lee just jobbed and fucking Kofi's Kofi.
Right, but look, let's
Didn't
not
Kofi
have
just
Keith.
get his ass kicked recently by Roman Reigns, like in 3 minutes.
Who?
Kofi.
You don't think there's a story there though? If Kofi does all the work and then Biggie cashes in the title?
Yeah, but Kofi's last championship matches have not been great. He's had his ass handed to him and has gotten literally no offense in.
It's like the WWE does the same, like dust off Goldberg for SummerSlam, and then we're going to dust off Brock for the Rumble, and then we're going to dust off someone for WrestleMania, and nobody gives a shit. Like when we were growing up, we watched these pay-per-views for the stories. Now we all know, like WrestleMania sells itself. It's fucking sold out months before we see a match. SummerSlam in Vegas is probably selling a shitload of tickets before we know what the matches are. I get it. It's entertainment, but none of these stories mean fuck all, at least not to me. That's why I don't watch the product.
That you're not wrong.
No, not at all.
And I don't understand how 54-year-old Goldberg is that this is what you want to do. He's 54 fucking years old.
Jericho's 50.
Jericho could out wrestle fucking Bill Goldberg with his eyes closed. Goldberg was not a good wrestler. He was just over.
Okay.
He comes back and he has shitty matches. He had a shitty match with The Undertaker. All his matches are like 3 minutes long.
He had a great match against Brock Lesnar.
How long was that match? Under 5 minutes.
Doesn't matter. It was a great match.
Didn't he have one long one with somebody? Was it?
I think it was The Undertaker one where he fucking.
The Undertaker, because they were both fucking concussed.
No, I don't think. I think it was a different one. I think it may have been like. What wasn't Brock? Was his match with Drew long? No, 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Seconds.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a long Goldberg match.
I thought he had one that was long because he made it a point that he wanted to like come back and actually like wrestle. Maybe it was the Undertaker one.
I don't know, man.
No, listen, man, I'm not gonna fight you on this because I'm with you. Like I've had it. I'm done. Like when he first came back, I was cool with it. Like I was like, all right, it's awesome. And he still got the reaction, but I think part of that is because we're still very new to live crowds again.
And I'm sure he'll get a reaction. It's not long-term booking. It's hot shot. Like, let's just book this for SummerSlam. And then you watch SmackDown and this Roman Reigns shit is phenomenal.
Yep.
Even though Cena came out to challenge him?
Yeah, but he didn't accept Cena's challenge and he accepted Finn Balor's challenge.
But who the fuck is Finn Balor? There's no story there either.
First ever Universal Champion, buddy.
That's right.
Great. What, 7 years ago? However long it was. There's no story there either, really.
It's Roman Reigns dodging John Cena.
Yeah, but that's like an instant story to begin with. What's the difference between John Cena showing up and Goldberg showing up? What's the difference?
Big difference.
John Cena was always there. Newsflash, Goldberg was always in wrestling for a time too.
No, but John Cena is like, like we were growing up, it was like, what is wrestling? And someone would say Hulk Hogan. Like from 2000 on, it's like John Cena. He's the guy that everyone associates with wrestling.
Yeah. And I'm not afraid to say it that at this point, John Cena might be the greatest of all time.
And his return is huge. They're doing like a whole fucking tour. He's going to be at all these tapings and all these house shows. And there's footage of him like they even tease during dark matches, him and Roman. And like Roman runs out of the ring and tags in an Uso. Like they might build this to like a really good fucking match at like Mania or something.
No, it's good. It's definitely going to be SummerSlam, right?
Think so? Let's see. I have here. Let me see. There's the Finn Balor thing.
It's got to be.
Find it here. Finn Balor is back in the Universal Champion picture. Friday night's episode of SmackDown ended with Roman Reigns accepting a challenge from Balor. The match wasn't officially announced and it wasn't made clear when it would take place.
Yeah.
The main event segment was Reigns responding to John Cena's challenge for the U.S. title at SummerSlam. Reigns called Gina a nostalgia act and denied his challenge.
I'm telling you, it's going to be Finn Balor, Sami Zayn at SummerSlam. So Sami Zayn will probably cost the match. If it happens on SmackDown, Sami Zayn will get involved. Then it'll be Finn Balor, Sami Zayn at SummerSlam.
Okay, interesting. See, I'm not watching the SmackDown, so
I don't think I watched it Friday, but I watched it the week before. It's actually available on Peacock literally the next day, which is great, actually.
Nice. Yeah. So yeah, I just don't give a shit about Bill Goldberg.
I'm with you. Again, like I said, you're not going to get an argument out of me on anything Bill Goldberg related.
They're doing a pay-per-view on New Year's Day this year.
New Year's Revolution.
That was announced Friday night.
What day of the week is New Year's Day?
Saturday.
So look at this. These guys are pulling the trigger on these Saturdays.
Yeah, they're doing SummerSlam on a Saturday, and then they're doing NXT the night after.
Whoa. That might be a bigger statement than
why the world champion sucks. He lost to Jeff Hardy.
That's what I'm saying. That might be a bigger statement than Karrion Kross losing to Jeff Hardy. That is, to me, that is a scud missile that they do not want to have to follow NXT.
Do you think?
Is that a fact, Matt? NXT is going to be a day after SummerSlam?
Sunday, August 22nd.
Do
They've
you
already announced Walter and Dragunov.
That's going to be there? Oh, that's going to be dope. Yeah. Tony, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Do you think that they have Jeff Hardy come to NXT to challenge Karrion Kross?
All right. So that's Tony. I'm super glad you brought that up because that's an angle that I don't think that anyone even possibly looked at.
And that would make sense. Yeah. You had to cheat, you motherfucker. Come to my house.
Yeah.
I'll even put this bad boy on the line.
I would love to see Jeff Hardy.
Jeff Hardy eats his fucking nuts when Karrion Kross cheats and beats the shit out of him.
Well, they are setting up Joe and Kross for this takeover too.
See, that's gonna be incredible. I'm already I got goosebumps thinking about that match, even despite what happened on Raw. First of all, nobody really watches Raw anymore anyway, so it's not like that big a deal.
Well, SmackDown's the fucking show that they hype all the time anyway, so
it's the better show.
Well, of course it is. It's on fucking national TV on Fox.
Alicia Fox.
Are you guys interested in the news that came out today about the United States of America versus Vince McMahon limited run scripted TV series?
So, what is this? What is it supposed to be based on?
The show will delve into WWF during the 1990s. At the time, Rupert Murdoch had purchased the New York Post to further his massive infiltration into the U.S. media landscape. For years, infamous Post writer Phil Mushnick regularly hammered WWF chairman and CEO Vince McMahon in his column. Headlines like "Legislators give WWF a free pass on roids" and "McMahon skips through the cemetery" eventually captured the attention of the FBI and the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Southern District of New York, the nation's most prestigious federal prosecutor's office with a conviction rate of over 96%. In 1994, the United States government indicted McMahon for allegedly supplying anabolic steroids to WWE talent. McMahon was his liberty at stake, 2 school-aged children at home, and with WWF on the brink of bankruptcy, refused to take a plea deal. Ultimately, McMahon stood trial and was acquitted unanimously by a jury of his peers, went on to build a multi-billion-dollar global sports entertainment empire.
Vince McMahon will be played by John Cena. God, that's just like a boost my ego before I die 100%.
I don't understand. Who greenlit this? Is this WWE Studios? Is this
It has Nick Khan all over it, bro.
Yeah.
It's WWE and Blumhouse Media.
Blumhouse? That sounds dirty.
Is that like Barry Bloom? Wasn't he involved with a lot of that shit?
Doesn't say. It does say last fall, President Nick Khan announced that they were developing a documentary series on McMahon for Netflix, while a biography written by Abraham Reisman with McMahon is set to be released in 2022.
Oh, it is Netflix.
Well, that's a separate entity. That's a separate show.
I mean, I'll watch it.
Here's what I was thinking the other day. I was listening to the Jeff Jarrett podcast, right?
Which one? Because I'm still on it.
Well, it has nothing to do with the actual podcast. I was listening to the time he screwed over Vince. But do you think there's footage somewhere of Vince telling his side of these stories? So when he dies, he can they could put this on the WWE network. Like Vince tells his side of the Warrior, which I know we've heard a million times, or Vince tells the Jeff Jarrett story. Because there's all these fucking podcasts now.
Great question.
Jarrett is on there. Pritchard's telling stories. Flair has done podcasts in the past. Vince McMahon never responds to any of it. You think there's footage, he records footage for when I die, you can play this?
I'm going to say no, because I think he's too proud to feel the need that he has to defend himself.
Is it defending himself or telling his side of the story?
I mean, 6 in one hand, half a dozen in the other, right? Is that the phrase?
I don't think he'll ever tell, because by not telling, there's a mystique around him, and I think he likes it that way.
Oh yeah, that's basically what I was getting.
He likes to be mysterious. He like, you know, like, so like when Bruce Pritchard goes on a show or even on his own show and says like, watch what you say in front of the old man, because if you say something that, that'll be what you're stuck with. So he likes to have those stories out there.
Do you think like there's like even like a journal? Do you think Vince McMahon has a journal or like a diary or something where he literally writes it down?
He doesn't have time for that shit. He fucking sleeps like 3 hours a day.
I know, but like, you don't think that? See,
damn it.
That's where I think that he would be smart enough, because imagine that book ever getting released.
Someone get me a pen, Pritchard. Dig up Patterson. We need ideas for the Rumble, damn it.
Penn Patterson?
Nick Khan. I can't hire that Tony, so I'll hire his brother. That'll show him.
Yeah, I always get confused when I see his name in headlines.
Jacksonville Jaguars. I own the XFL.
Damn it.
God damn it. I own an entire league twice. That's good shit.
Matt, yes. I've never been more intrigued by a question in my entire life. Like,
it's fat. Like, it's, I don't know.
Like, so, all right. So, you know how like the Undertaker never like broke like kayfabe, and now all of a sudden like he's doing everything to like not be kayfabe? Like, I wonder if Vince McMahon would ever be the same way.
No, and here's exactly why. Because now the Undertaker knows that by going on the circuit, he can get $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 for an appearance. That's the difference. Vince McMahon will never have to do that. Never.
Yeah, I don't think Taker's struggling.
No, he's not, but he's got a wife and a little girl at home. So if he could take a trip to South Carolina to do one of these WrestleCades, like once a year, put 20 grand in his pocket, that pays for a year's tuition.
But I guarantee you, I would almost bet on it that Vince McMahon, either what Matt said in terms of recorded stuff, or literally has a stack of pages that he's been writing, because that book would, if that's released as a book, that would be New York's #1 bestsellers list, like #1 for years. I think, maybe not years, that's an exaggeration, but you know what I mean. Like, that's something that everyone would want to read, even if you're not a wrestling fan. Like, that would be.
I cannot wait to watch this show when it's done and just see the spin that they put on this.
Oh, that's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be Spin Central.
Like how Vince never took steroids, pal.
Oh, he definitely. But he was accused of distributing it.
Oh yes, that's right. He also never did that either, brother. Let me tell you something, dude. You send the needles to the towers, brother.
What? So it's pretty much like in the public court of opinion, it's pretty much assumed that he did distribute steroids.
Pretty sure Pritchard talked about it when he started his podcast.
Address it to H. Finkel.
Oh, that's right, actually. Interesting.
Goddamn, pal. Put it in my ass.
Oh my God, that's right. Before Pritchard got hired back, he oh my God, he told everything.
Right, but the secretary, she didn't do. She threw the box in the garbage or something.
How did he get hired back there? And how is he in charge?
Vince doesn't know what he says. Podcast. What the fuck is that?
You don't think somebody told him?
Nope. Nope.
Tony.
What?
It's time.
You sat down. You threw on the old MLW. Did you sit through the 40-man battle royal?
I did. Did you?
What? No. Did I? I fucking already know who won. I know who was going to win.
Wait, how do we find that? How do we find? Where's that available?
It's on YouTube.
Battle Riot's on YouTube.
It's on the YouTube channel. Absolutely.
Son of a gun.
Yep.
I mean, I don't think it's any surprise as to who.
Spoil it. I don't care.
Of course not.
There's no spoil. Who do you think won the fucking Battle Riot?
I have no idea who's even in it.
L.A. Park won.
Because he's got a Micro Brawler.
L.A. Park did not win.
No.
What's the big story in MLW?
It was Richard Holiday. He wasn't even in the fucking thing. They advertised him being in it.
Oh, Hammerstone?
Of course. Thank you.
I didn't know. I know he's wearing red and yellow now, though.
Yeah, brother.
Cool as hell. Like that.
So how was it? How was the 40-man battle riot?
Well, before we get there, we got the official introduction of LAX, who interrupted Injustice, who were looking for tag title shots. So now there's going to be a little feud between Slice and Rivera, which is what Danny Limelight's going by now, against Jordan Oliver and Myron Reed, who is still your MLW middleweight champion, by the way. Battle Riot itself.
I'll look me some battle royals. I'm gonna watch it as soon as we get done here.
Overall, not great. I'll just say that. Zenshi did 3 Kofi spots, and you'll love this fucking rule, Matt, because this is literal shit. Zenshi at one point, for one of his many climbs back into the ring, gets shit canned, lands on his back, but his feet are up against the guardrail. So
He did that shit in the fucking women's Royal Rumble. It's stupid.
So his feet did not touch the floor, and he fucking did a handstand and walked back to the ring and put his feet on the ropes and got back in. Dog shits. They missed. Davey Richards was in there for half the thing. He started out as number 1. They completely missed him getting eliminated, and nobody commented about it. There was a spot where Slice and Rivera were supposed to do the double clothesline to Oliver and Myron, and there was a fucking malfunction at the junction. And they started moving, but nobody was ready, so they had to fucking hold up. There was some fucking weird shit. The ending was cool, though, because it was so 2 fucking Sentai Death Squad members got to be in the Battle Riot. Who they were? No fucking idea.
They didn't have fun names?
No. That EJ and Duca guy, the real fucking tall guy, he's going to be fucking awesome. They gave him the diesel spot. He eliminated 5 people. We got 18 people in the fucking ring before there was an elimination, dude. 18? You can't do that. You can't do that.
I love it.
I understand you want Duca to fucking knock some people out. Get him in there earlier, or just have some people go out before that. What the fuck was the point of this?
Well, Tony, you obviously can have 18 people in the ring at the same time because most battle royals have 20 people in the ring at the same time.
But Kev, here's the problem. In a 20-man battle royal back in the 80s, when everybody was punchy, kicky, pair off, and hide in the corner, that works. When fucking Zenshi's going coast to coast diagonally across the ring, now you've got fucking problems. Because at one point, I think Marshall Von Erich was going to set somebody up and take him off the ropes, but there was nowhere for him to go. So the dude just hooked the rope and they fucking stood there.
Yeah, you can't really. Yeah, that's tough. 18 people calling spots is tough.
You can't, dude. Once you're up to 5, you got to stop with all the spot calling. You just have to. You have to. there was a student battle royal at I'm sorry, I'm just because this is on topic at this point. There was a student battle royal at the WrestlePro show, and everyone started together and everyone was doing punchy kicky pair off this and that, and people are still trying to call spots and someone's calling out to the crowd doing chop spots, and I'm just you can't do that because no one's paying attention to you because there's 30 people in the freaking ring right now. Yep. So it's just tough. And great battle royal, by the way. The ending was kind of cool. There were 2. Oh, Kevin Koo was in the thing, and Dominic Greeny wasn't because he's hurt. Oh, you know who's back? Akira Kwan. So there's another member of Contra unit in there. Samael actually wrestled. He was in there. He had the spike. He was digging it into fucking Marshall Von Erich's face. So here's the ending, how it comes down, right? So Ross and Marshall are paired off with Hammerstone, and they're going up against Mads Kruger. And there were 2 other members of Contra. I want to say it was what's his name? Fucking Gotch. And I want to say it was, I don't think it was Akira Kwan. Maybe it was what's his name? Who's the other fucking guy? Anyway, it doesn't matter because they pair off. And as Mads Kruger's eliminating double elimination clothesline of the Von Erichs, Hammerstone's doing the same thing across the ring, but to the 2 guys of Contra. So now it's Mads Kruger and Hammerstone going at it, and Hammerstone fucking knocks him over the top. It was fucking great, dude. Hammerstone gets his moment. He's doing the fucking Hulk Hogan most musculars and the fucking one arm and shit. Good. And then fucking Fatu comes out and he's jaw jacking, and Samael's trying to keep him from getting in the ring. And he's like, come on, bro, you and me. This is it. It's on. and that's how they go to fucking black. So the ending was great. A lot of the shit in the middle was very miss. Very miss.
What's on tap for MLW next week?
I don't think they said anything. It's probably going to start from the fucking Philly tapings, if I would imagine, but I really have no clue. But the way things are looking, looks like we got Injustice against LAX coming up, so wouldn't surprise me if we see that next week.
They set your Raw women's title match for SummerSlam.
Wait, Raw? So it's going to be Nikki Ash, rematch against Charlotte? No?
Rhea.
Oh, three-way?
Triple dipple.
Makes sense.
Triple dipple with
Why?
No, that makes sense.
Oh! No!
Matt, can we play the game so you can beat Tony so you can be even more miserable?
I still got a couple things I want to talk about. Ring of Honor this week had a good show. We're on our way to
being up till 11:30 tonight. Great. Woohoo.
No, real quick. Relax, dude. Take it chill. We're on the road to Glory by Honor. Bandito, the brand new Ring of Honor champion, defends against Flip. Flip is doing this thing where he won't talk to anybody until he gets his title shot.
Good.
Wait, what's Glory by Honor?
Glory by Honor is the two shows in February and August down in Philadelphia.
When is Death Before Dishonor? That's much later.
Is
right?
in September in Lakewood, Florida, I believe.
Okay, gotcha. Matt, we actually. Oh, I might actually consider maybe going to that Philly show. Glory by Honor.
Nice. See, I would love to go, but it's a weekend where the pizza truck is doing the fucking PGA thing, so I'm out all weekend for that.
And when is it again? You probably know what it is.
It is August 20th and 21st. It's 2 nights.
Oh, no, I'm definitely out.
Well, you don't have to go to both nights. You can go to one night or the other.
Well, the 20th is, what the fuck's the 20th is something.
Friday.
No, I know. Oh, it's, you know what it is? It's the Michael K. Peach Bash show down in Belmar.
All right.
So there it is. Anyway, sorry, Matt, go ahead.
So this week's show, Flip beat Cheeseburger with a STF. Oh my God.
Yeah, Burger. Oh no, and they had the highlights from the week before with Mandy Leon versus Quinn McKay.
Right. And
then Quinn McKay, kind of just no sold it. She's got to win that. She's gonna win, right, Matt?
Who?
Quinn.
She's not in it.
No, I know she's not in it yet, but she's got to end up being in it.
I think she's gonna get Vita Von Starr's spot.
Okay.
Vita's crossed off up there.
Yeah. Yeah. So you also had and you had Sledge versus PCO. Yo, I had to mute it because I'm not. This is no disrespect to the guy. I just can't, and hopefully it'll change. I can't get behind Danhausen.
No.
No.
Dave of Honor is going to give him big sacks of money, though.
Dave of Honor.
Dave of Honor.
Who's Dave of Honor?
Dave of Honor. That's who the boss is, according to Danhausen.
So I muted it. I have no idea what he said. What happened to the guy? What happened to Michael Roy? Is he still there?
Who?
PCO's like manager, like the guy, like the
Destro.
Yeah.
Destro. I don't know where Destro is.
Yeah, Destro. What happened to Destro?
PCO is with Danhausen now.
Maybe Destro got a desk job.
And then your main event was a triple threat match: Dalton Castle, Dak Draper, and Eli Isom.
Because they were on the 6-man team.
Then Dalton Castle used the chair on Eli Isom and let Dak beat him.
All right, so yeah, Matt, explain that to me.
I think it's weird because they both wore the same color tights at the pay-per-view too, and you heard Eli Isom bring that up.
Well, why did all the boys do like the Egyptian?
They got up there to cheer him on, cheer on Dak.
All right.
It's a weird thing.
Yeah, so Dalton would intentionally lose. He basically intentionally lost that match.
Yes.
Interesting.
So Dak would get the win, but then Dak was going to give him his medal, his participation trophy, and then he just gave him the old handshake. So they're telling a weird story between the three.
Yeah, that's a weird story. Little convoluted, little confusing, but I'm a Dak Draper guy, so I'm all in. So
congrats to Dak. He popped the question to the old Quinn McKay, and she said yes. So
in real life?
In real life, brother.
Oh, congrats.
That's a shoot, brother. The Ring of Honor Women's World Championship Tournament starts next week. We're going to see Miranda Alizé versus Alex Garcia, Maserati against Nicole Savoy, and Sumi Sakai against Roxy.
Yes.
So is that going to be on regular Ring of Honor TV, or is that a different vehicle?
No, that will be on the Ring of Honor TV episode.
So those are going to probably be the only matches.
Possibly, yes.
Interesting.
Yeah, very interesting. And I know the week by week tomorrow has Malonis against.
Oh, they cut a nice little promo against.
On Ian and Caprice.
And Caprice. Caprice wasn't having it though.
No, you don't fuck with Caprice.
No, I wouldn't fuck with Caprice. No. Ian. Yeah, whatever. Actually, Ian's probably like shoot tough. Probably, I would bet. Never mind. No.
Fucking dirtbag, fucking Ken Dixon, you piece of shit.
Yeah, why are our boys associating with him?
They're not my boys. They're fucking slobs. They take the money. They don't care about anybody but themselves. I'm out on the bouncers.
Uh-oh. That's not good. I hope they don't hear this.
I hope they do. Hear the mayo that's stuck in your ears, you dicks.
They're bad guys, man. They want that. They want Shane Taylor Promotions.
A couple quick New Japan notes before we get into games and fun.
Time out real quick.
Yes, sorry.
We didn't go over the guests that were in the MLW Battle Riot, by the way.
There were guests.
Yes.
Yeah. How much time did they do?
Blue Meanie was there. Not only was Savio Vega there, Quang was in the Battle Riot. Quang came out with his nunchucks, started hitting everybody.
Quang never had nunchucks.
He did a Battle Riot because it was bring whatever you want because weapons allowed. And only 2 people brought them. I think Savio brought a kendo stick and Quang brought nunchucks. So there you go. I don't know what the coincidence is or if there was one or not. But top 5 guests of the show, Zicky Dice made an appearance in the Battle Riot as well.
All right, so this is.
I'm sorry if it's disappointing you, Kev, but Zicky.
No, Zicky. Listen, I love Zicky.
And he actually didn't get eliminated immediately. Neither did Meanie, but both of them fell, and of course Hammerstone won. That was all I had on that.
Casey Navarro.
Casey Navarro has signed with MLW, and he had a great showing in the Battle Riot.
He also had a great showing on Saturday against TJ Crawford. That was probably match of the night right there.
There you go.
He got banged up though. Got his bell rung.
Isn't that Gino Gotz's boy, Casey Navarro?
Yeah, I think they were supposed to be in Studio B in Parsippany once, and then only Gino showed up.
Yeah, nobody showed up. You showed up. You came and saved the day.
Is that right?
Yeah, it was supposed to be like me, Gino, Casey Navarro, and I think there was one more guy that was going to come with them. And
it was Gino, I thought.
No, it was Gino, Casey Navarro, and there was one more person. It was going to be like a wrestling roundtable because that person was going to come out with them. And then Gino got sick or something happened with Gino.
And Gino was the ride?
Yeah, and it all just fell to shit.
Was it like Mike Orlando?
No, Mike Orlando's in a new. Is he in? No, Mike Vera.
Mike Verna.
Verna with JT Dunn. It's JT Dunn, AC Romero, Mike Verna, and somebody else. And they've been calling out Shane Taylor Promotions.
Oh, yeah, that stable. Verna's in that? Are you sure Verna's in that?
Yeah, I think
the
so.
Italian dude?
Yeah.
I know it's. All right. I'll take your word for it for sure.
All right.
Juice. I forget what they're called, though.
I'll find out.
Juice is loose.
The juice is loose. So we mentioned Tony's fuckboy. His pussy hurts, so he didn't wrestle. But Shingo beat him. Man, look, as much as I love busting balls.
Wait. You said his pussy hurts. He didn't wrestle, so Shingo beat him.
Sorry, Tanahashi took his place, and Tanahashi was beat by Shingo. Here's where I have a problem with no Kota Ibushi. It looks like we're getting fucking Shingo against Evil.
Evil's a former IWGP champion, sir.
I know, but he just doesn't do it for me.
He did when he first won it. You were like, everything is evil.
Yeah, because it was like the surprise factor was fantastic, but I can't. I don't know, man. Because then that means it's gonna be fucking Dick to Go and a fucking Bullet Club and the Tokyo Pimp. It's gonna be like shenanigans.
Yeah, I'm kind of done with all that. It's like the same booking in New Japan for all these fucking like seconds.
I'm out, man. Hiromu is cleared to go. So he threw down the challenge of the winner of Robbie Eagles challenging El Desperado. I like Robbie Eagles, but man, I am not happy to see Robbie Eagles win the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship.
Maybe they swap it over to Takahashi real quick. And
They're definitely going to put it back on Takahashi. I'm just bummed that they took it off of El Desperado.
It's New Japan.
The tag match was awesome, dude. Naito and Sonata against Zack Sabre Jr. and Taichi. Dude, they went like 40 minutes. It was fucking good. My only problem is that fucking Red Shoes, man. He telegraphs that shit. It takes me out of the moment.
The same shit with Hebner, dude. I told you this.
Holy
you always
shit.
know when they're gonna kick out because that motherfucker holds that shit up like this.
Bro, just fucking every time you need to count it the same every time. And if somebody doesn't kick out, like that fucking abortion on AEW Dark where that girl didn't cook out and the fucking referee had to pick her up. Bro, just count them. Just count them.
Yeah, you can't do that. You got to just fucking count it and then figure it out later.
Tony, heartbreaking news too. Your boy Yano lost his KOPW championship.
Now, I thought that he wasn't champ anymore, that they were having a tournament to crown a new one.
He won the 2021. He won the 2021, the inaugural run, and then he won the Rando at Wrestle Kingdom for 2021. So he was still the champion.
Okay, so he lost it?
He lost it to Chase Owens.
Oh, Chase Owens of all people?
Yeah, rumor is they're pushing Chase Owens because they're putting him in the G1 and they want to build him up so it looks like he's a formidable opponent to be in the G1.
So they haven't beat Yano for the fucking King of Pro Wrestling? I think there's better ways to boost them up than have him fucking beat Yano, no?
I mean, it's Yano. You know, like he doesn't need the title.
Yeah, it's Yano, you know?
You know?
New Japan announced their Super Junior Tag League for 2021. Ishimori and Phantasmo, Tony's boys Show and Yo, Despy Kanemaru, Taguchi, Master Wato, Robbie Eagles, Tiger Mask, and Gato and Dick to Go. And they will do like a round robin style with the winners having their match at the Wrestle Grand Slam in the MetLife Dome Sunday, September 5th. The card right now is Shingo Evil, Taichi, Zack Sabre Jr. against Naito Sonata against Goto and Yoshihashi. Three-way dance for the IWGP Tag Team Champions. And your Junior Heavyweight Championship is on the line as Robbie Eagles defends against a returning Hiromu Takahashi.
Awesome.
I think I had one more note here before we get into games.
One more.
Your girl Lana is going to be on The Surreal Life.
Good for her. Gives a shit.
And Velveteen Dreams planned return was announced, and 2 hours later it was canceled.
Planned return for WWE?
No, planned return to New Jersey-based SWF.
Oh, they're very prestigious.
Whoa. For real?
Yes.
Yeah.
They announced that the Dream would be on their September 11th Home Sweet Home event in Toms River. It was set to be his first appearance since being released in May and his first match since December 2020. Within 2 hours, the indie group's owner tweeted the following: "Tonight, we announced Velveteen Dream would be appearing at our Home Sweet Home event. I believe any man can be slandered and have been through other situations in my life, unrelated but untrue. After careful consideration, Dream has been removed."
That's what's his nuts.
That's it. We don't even need to mention his name.
Matt,
No.
Is that dirtbag Rob Fury?
Yes.
That guy sucks a dick.
Wow. Tell us how
Tell
you
a
really
friend. Fuck that guy. He's a hand job too.
Hey, I got a new follower on Twitter the other day.
Who followed you on Twitter?
Michael K.
Rob Fury.
Oh.
Kayla Sparks.
No, one of the old bando from the show. I sent you guys the picture.
Oh, yes. The gray rape.
Oh, I thought that was Matt that sent that.
No, that was T-Donk.
Dude, you didn't send this. I thought it was somebody else. It's like, do you not care about my texts anymore? Do I mean nothing to you?
Do you understand? When I'm at work, I don't have my phone out at all. So
if you read it later, it's not like, you know.
Yeah. So when I do, I'm going through 20 text messages at one time, so I don't necessarily correlate them all at the same time. So
that's all right. Whatever.
No, but I did see that. I thought Matt sent it though, to be honest with you. I unfollowed him, by the way, once I saw that.
Oh, I wasn't following him. I'm surprised he kind of started following.
Well, no, because once you leave Twitter, you don't give people the chance to unfollow you. So when you come back, that's when people unfollow you. So it's time, Matt. Let's do it. Let's not be negative. T-Donk.
Are we doing a top 5?
Oh, which one do you want to do first?
Oh.
Want to do top 5 first? Let's set the table with the top 5. We'll set the table with the top 5. Normally, I try to keep things timely, but there's absolutely nothing timely about this list. This is a list that was a brainchild, an idea that I had about the top 5 WWF late 80s, early 90s stars who were there, were kept off the table, totally repackaged. You knew exactly who they were when they came back with a completely different gimmick, and you didn't think of them as their previous gimmick. So like someone's he's there for a long time, he's a staple, leaves, comes back, and completely repackaged, and you don't even think about who they were before.
Do any of these people, when you say leave, does that mean they go to another company?
No.
Or just taken off of TV?
I mean they may, but I don't know that for certain. So it's just literally, I don't think so. I don't think anyone on this list fits that criteria.
Is this singles?
Actually, one might.
Is this singles or tag teams? What did you
just all singles guys? It's all maybe 87 to 90, 98,
So it's
99. But it's like most of them are old school. One is like closer to 2000.
And we remember them for the last incarnation versus their previous.
I mean, you can remember them for both, but when you watched them, like when I watched them, I didn't think about who they were before.
Okay. All right.
Do you have a guess, Matt?
I was gonna volley to T-Donk to see if he had nothing.
Tony, come on, at least pretend like you're engaged.
I have one. I want Matt to go first, you fuck.
Well, when you sit back like that, it makes me think that you're not interested. I'm sorry.
Sitting hunched over for 3 hours fucking sucks, dude. I want to sit back once in a while. Calm your tits.
You calm your tits. Calm your tits out of my face.
Your balls and show them the sunny and see how fucking big she thinks they are. What do you think about that, KJG?
I'd get a 10.
Yeah, 10 cents refund.
Nah, I'd get a 10, bro. Anyway.
I'm gonna go with Owen Hart.
All right, no,
it's not a gimmick.
I'm talking about completely changed, not the same name, not anything about them. Oh, Blue Blazer.
It was the Blue Blazer?
Yeah. Okay, that's a great pull. No, did not think
about it.
I did not think about that. No, I didn't even think about it because no one knew who the Blue Blazer was. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he was under a mask.
Pepperidge Farm knew.
Yeah, that's a good point.
All right,
my brother, he came to deepest, darkest Africa. He is the African dream. He is Akeem.
Tony, that's a great pull. And that was a last-minute replacement for someone I had before. Tony, that comes in at number 4.
See, y'all talk shit to me.
Akeem.
I'm trying to let Matt have the
formerly known as the One-Man Gang.
There you go.
He was Akeem to me.
Yep.
Okay, this is a deep pull. I don't know if it warrants it. Bastion Booger over Friar Ferguson.
All right, so that one I actually did think about. Deep pull, so it didn't make it. Very good call though, because I did think about it today because I was actually struggling for a 5th. But
this might be a long shot, but I'm thinking Repo Man.
Tony is 2 for 2. Repo Man is not only on the list, he's number 2. So Tony is 2 for 2 at 2. It was that tattoo that gave it away. We all knew he was Smash, but once he was Repo Man, Smash, bye-bye.
The Godfather.
All right, so Matt thought about him.
Man, I am putting up O first. I get it out of the way now before I definitely.
No, because I thought about him, but I thought about it from Papa Shango to Kama. And he was the guy that I replaced with Akeem. Because, like, did we really know that Kama was Papa Shango? Like, we kind of did, but, like, did we really know? But Godfather, no. Godfather not on the list. Number 1 should be pretty obvious. Number 5 and number Number 3 should be pretty obvious too. Number 5 is might be tough because people might not agree. Again, I'll give you more hints just because I know we're pressed for time. 3 was a guy with the company basically from 93 to God. He's a Hall of Famer.
Is it the Road Doggy Dog?
No, great pull, but no, because I think Road Dogg transitioned immediately from like he was never like left. Like Billy Gunn came out while he was Jesse James and was just like, all right, we'll call you the Road
I was
Dogg.
gonna say Billy Gunn. Good thing you brought him up.
No, Billy Gunn's not on the list.
See, it's weird because like I think of guys like I'm thinking Triple H, but Triple H was like, I mean, it was still the same.
He was always Hunter Hearst.
Yeah.
He was never changed. So then no.
Oh fuck.
One of them, I guess I'll give the hint and then whoever wants.
I got one. How about Tugboat becoming Typhoon?
No, because that happened straight on. That was like a legit heel turn, and he was Typhoon the next week.
Okay.
So listen, I thought about him, but no.
Oh shit! Rick Martel became the model.
No, because again, it was a heel turn, and he was still Rick Martel. He just was the model.
Rocky Maivia becoming the Rock?
No, because
he never left. He was never gone.
Like Rocky just.
This is all like only one is late 90s where he became one of the biggest stars ever. All right.
So, Kane has to be on this list because he was everybody else.
No, Kane's not on the list. Because you didn't know Kane came back under a mask, so you didn't necessarily know who he was.
Wow. Does Fake Diesel over Isaac Yankem?
No, not Glenn Jacobs is not in the list. The mask defiant Glenn Jacobs is not on the list. All right. So 2 of the 3 are 90, 91.
91.
Number 5 and number 1.
El Matador?
No, see, I thought about him too, but he was still El Matador Tito Santana. So, no.
No, because we didn't know. I mean, you knew who was Jim the Anvil Neidhart.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean that could be on there, but I don't like. He had again, if he had like a mask, like I put like Reaper Man had a mask, but he didn't really have a mask. Like that's why I kind of took Kama off because Papa Shango, like you couldn't.
Oh, fuck. Fat Rikishi.
Tony hits number 3. Fatu as Rikishi.
And the Sultan.
And I didn't think about the Sultan, but that I was going from Head Shrinker Fatu, Make a Difference Fatu to Rikishi is number 3. So Tony is 3 for, well, he's not 3 for 3, but he's gotten all 3.
How about
1 and 5?
Well, no, it's Matt's turn.
No, we're good. We don't have to go back and forth because
I'm thinking this is a long shot. It's probably a no. Iron Sheik becoming Colonel Mustafa.
Tony,
get the fuck out of here for real.
Number 5, the Iron Sheik becoming Colonel Mustafa. It took me like a year to realize that was the Iron Sheik because Iron Sheik was a little bit before my time when I was a kid. So yeah, so we are missing number 1, and Matt, you both are gonna. You're gonna kick yourself once you hear it.
It's not Shawn Michaels coming back as HBK, right?
No.
Oh God, fuck! It's not Barry Windham becoming the Stalker.
No, I thought about him, but no, because there was too much time. It was too much of a time lapse.
Fucking Waylon Mercy.
Nope, too much of a time lapse. This one is pretty big, I think.
We're probably overthinking this one, aren't we?
I don't know. Because Tony got Colonel Mustafa, so maybe not.
Did he challenge like a world champion?
No, maybe on like a house show or like a main or something, but no.
Oh, fucking 1, 2, 3 Kid.
No, too much time.
Damn. You're tough with this.
This one, I had told you the year that number one was from.
1991, you said?
That's right.
Fuck.
89, 90, 91.
Oh, the narcissist becoming Lex Luger.
Lex Luger was still in WCW.
89, 90, 91.
Oh, God. You guys are going
to... yeah.
Come on.
Thinking.
Good Lord.
I'm very impressed with Tony's performance, by the way.
I've been pretty good with your top fives lately.
He's stealing the show.
It was one a couple weeks ago. I think I nailed all 5 of them.
Probably because Matt wasn't here.
No.
Come on, man. This is. I feel like this is like the most obvious one, which is normally the list starts with the idea with number one, so it's usually the most obvious one. Tony had Karrona Mustafa before number one.
Oh, fucking A. It's got to be the Mountie, right?
Mountie. Yes, Tony, number one. Jacques Rougeau.
Fuck that guy.
Returning to the WWF as the Mountie.
Big, we're brave, we're strong.
So number 5, Iron Sheik becoming Karrona Mustafa. The One Man Gang becoming Akeem is number 4. Number 3 is Fatu becoming Rikishi. Number 2 is Demolition Smash becoming the Repo Man. And number 1 is Jacques Rougeau of the Rougeau brothers. They're all American boys becoming a Canadian Mountie. He enforces the law.
It was a good list.
Well, it was a good list. That was fun.
I got no complaints on that one.
All right, let's get right into it, boys. This is what I was waiting for like the entire night. My, can you beat that? All right. So you have 3. I have 3 lists prepared. One is conserved for the tiebreaker, so I'll just go with the 2. All right, and they're both with the same category, same name, but just with a number at the end. So category number 1 is Summer of Change number 1, and that has 7 possible answers. And category number 2 is Summer of Change number 2, which has 15 possible answers. So do you want to try to bank on grabbing 7, or do you want to maybe just test each other out and maybe get 10 out of 15? Who knows?
As the champion, I will defer to Tony. You may pick your subject first.
Let's go for the 7.
You peasant.
All right. So Summer of Change. The WWE Championship has changed hands 7 times at SummerSlam. You got to name all 7? I'll either take, you guys tell me how you feel about this, the year, the new champion, or both. So let's go with the new champion. Who has won the WWE Championship at SummerSlam? There's been 7 of them. And I will preface with this. You might shoot an 8th out there, but I'm not counting it. So if you say it, you won't lose.
Now this is just the
WWE Championship. And if you want to consider the WWE World Heavyweight Championship when they merged too, that counts as well. But
okay.
No Universal, no WCW, no big gold belt.
Thank you.
So Tony, there are 7. How many can you name?
And this is SummerSlam.
SummerSlam, strictly SummerSlam.
I'm going to start with 2.
Tony can do 2.
I can do 4.
T-Donk.
4. I can go 5.
Ooh, Mamacita.
I got 4. Can I do 5? There were 7 answers?
Correct, sir.
Fuck. Got that.
Pull it up on.
Sorry,
Oh, I mean, there's not. I'm the last person you got to worry about keeping up late. I don't give a shit.
That doesn't count. Tony, go ahead, name him, buddy.
I already feel like this is going to be controversial.
Why?
I don't know, because I feel like everything I do just ends up being a smodge anyway.
That's all right.
Moz.
I'm going to start with Bret Hart.
Bret Hart, 1997, the Meadowlands Arena defeats The Undertaker with Shawn Michaels as the special guest referee. Yes, Tony, you have one.
CM Punk.
All right, that's the one that you're not going to get wrong because he was still the champion. It was they both had belts. It was him versus Cena. So no, you're still in it.
Well,
so I can't. I just didn't
that goes
count
my
it.
list.
Oh God, I didn't think about that. I did not think that through. So should I count that, Matt?
This is your show, brother.
I didn't think about that. He said, "Nah, Tony, I'm sorry, I can't." God, I have to count it. I have to count it. Sorry, Matt. That's 2 for Tony.
Don't be sorry.
John Cena.
No.
Oh, no, that sucks.
That's it. So it doesn't matter. John Cena did not win. Matt, do you want to pick up the rest that you had?
I had Mankind. I only had 4.
Okay.
I had Mankind.
That's right. Triple threat match against Steve Austin and Triple H.
I had Brock
Lesnar, who I believe, I didn't put the people that he beat, but I believe he beat The Rock.
Yeah, that's the one I had because that was a big deal because The Rock was leaving and it was in New Jersey, right? And they all chanted like, "Go fuck yourself." Or was that Nassau? I don't know. It was somewhere in the Northeast. And I have Randy Orton.
Yes, Randy Orton. That was a Money in the Bank cash in 2013 after I think Daniel Bryan beat John Cena. So Daniel Bryan would also be number 5, would be another one. Alberto Del Rio. After that same pay-per-view, cashed in on CM Punk. And then Brock Lesnar in 2014 won the WWE World Heavyweight Championship from I don't remember who because I didn't keep that part. All right, so Matt is up 1-2-0 on T-Donk. The champ is in a good spot. So now Tony, this is Summer of Change number 2. I guess Matt goes first, right? Because
I do.
All right, so Matt, there are 15 answers to this. Same kind of question, but just for the Intercontinental Championship. The Intercontinental Championship has changed hands 15 times at SummerSlam. How many can you name?
So just to be clear.
Yes, sir.
On your first question, there were multiple.
Yes. Yeah. Yep.
Okay. So if I
say
there's
15 answers and there's duplicates.
Okay. All right, give me a second here.
Wait, 15 answers and there's duplicates. So like if somebody won twice or 3 times, I would count twice or 3 times?
2 different answers, yes.
Oh.
Why not? I mean, it's the same thing.
So if I'm guessing wrestler X and he's won 3 times, you know what I'm saying? So you probably would narrow that. You'd have to narrow that down to just say like you'd have to take out the doubles.
All right, so then 14 answers. How about that? It's only one. It's only one person that's on there.
Okay, yes, then yes, that's right.
14 answers.
All right. All right. SummerSlam.
I was wondering about that. So I wasn't sure if I was going to ask you guys to guess the year or the person, so that's why.
Years are rough.
Yeah, years are very rough. You're right. So
Yeah,
so 14 answers actually works better because 15 is a lot and 14 's still a lot.
14 answers. I will start with 5.
I'll go 7.
Whew. Give me a second here. He's going 7. I'll say 8.
Huh. I'll go 9.
I will go 10. I'll say 10.
Try to see if I can top you.
That's the idea of the game.
I understand. That's why it's called Can You Beat That?
You guys are intense right now. It's a very intense situation. I understand.
Now you know how it is to be uncomfortable when you guys are thinking about it. And I'm just sitting there.
Oh, yeah. It's brutal. I lose every week.
I'm the champion. The greatest thing that ever happened.
I'm the smartest guy in wrestling trivia that loses every week.
I'm going to go 11.
Oh, you son of a monkey.
Come on, Matt. You got 12. I know you do. Come on. You made me eat my fucking balls once.
Would you say 12?
11.
You said 11, so I would have to say 12, huh?
That's right. That's right.
Or you could say 13 or 14 or 15 if you really want to.
No, there's no 15. We cut that down.
Oh, 14. Yeah. Well, shit. I mean,
That's right. Being Captain Literal Man over here.
Literal man.
You literal man.
Literal man.
Fuck.
Tony's farting again.
I'm at 11. I'll go 12.
Really?
I don't know what you guys are doing. Like, what just came to you, like, right now? I want to hear I'm gonna dissect it all, the thought process afterwards.
You said 12.
I said 12.
Hmm.
I'm gonna eat my hat on that, though. I think.
Oh, don't give away the phone, buddy. Shit. Poker face. Or maybe that is. Oh, nope. No, I can't.
Well, I just boosted myself up to 12. The question is, can I boost to 13? You know what? I'm going to let you take this one. Go for it.
You son of a bitch. All right.
I'm much more confident in this one than I was in the fucking last one.
All right. Austin.
Yes. 1997 against Owen Hart.
Triple H.
Triple H. Yes. 1998, I believe, against The Rock in that ladder match.
Razor Ramon.
Razor Ramon, 1994 over Diesel with Walter Payton in his corner.
Bret Hart.
Bret Hart, 1991, Mr. Perfect.
The British Bulldog.
British Bulldog, 1992, Bret Hart. That is 5 right now for Matt. Just want to make sure I'm keeping track on my own end. I don't want
to. The Ultimate Warrior.
Ultimate Warrior was the double, by the way. 1988 against Hockey Tonk Man and 1989 against Rick Rude. Matt, that is 6.
The Texas Tornado.
Texas Tornado also against Mr. Perfect. Mr. Perfect losing 2 Intercontinental Championships back-to-back SummerSlams. That's number 7.
All right, this is where it gets dicey. I'm going to throw an edge out there.
Edge in 2001, which I believe was a triple threat match. I'm not sure, but Edge was 2001, so that's 8.
Rob Van Dam.
Rob Van Dam, 2002, defeated Chris Benoit for the Intercontinental Championship. That's what this is about. That's 9.
Jeff Jarrett.
Jeff Jarrett, 1999, defeated D'Lo Brown for both the Intercontinental and European Championship. That is 10.
Eddie Guerrero.
Tony, do you have a soundbite here? Do you have a soundbite?
Yeah. Give me 1 second. I got a good one.
No. Fuck no.
No, Matt. You are wrong on that one. But I think you're in the wheelhouse. You just got the wrong person.
Yeah, I did.
All right. So does that Tony wins that round, I guess, right?
Tony wins that one. What else?
Right,
I want to hear what Tony had. I want to hear what he had.
I had China.
China is
That's
what Matt should have said.
I had Santino.
Santino and Beth Phoenix defeated Kofi Kingston and I think Mickey James in a winner take all match.
And Dolph Ziggler.
Dolph Ziggler, number 14 was number 13. He defeated, I believe, I forget who he beat, whatever. And then Seth Rollins won a unification match where I think he took it. I'm not sure if that's the match in 2018. Seth Rollins was the one that you guys missed.
Gotcha.
All right, so we are tied. All right, guys. Guess what category number 3 is?
SummerSlam 3.
SummerSlam 3, the Summer of Change. The WWE Tag Team Championships have changed hands 5 times at SummerSlam. So let's get this. And kind of wish that we didn't have that little prelude before, but what can you do? That's what that's what it was. 5 times at SummerSlam, the WWE Tag Team Championship has changed hands 5 times at SummerSlam. I don't know who's going first, but whoever it is, take it
now,
away.
Are you talking old school? Or you're talking like
I'm talking WWE Tag Team Championships. So it's not the Raw, it's not the SmackDown. It's
going back to like the beginning of SummerSlam time.
The beginning of SummerSlam.
All right.
And this list actually is kind of lucky because there shouldn't be a whole lot of confusion about it. Because there wasn't a whole lot.
Only 5 answers.
Only 5 answers.
All right.
I'm going 2. I don't know if I'm going to get much more after that.
I think I know exactly which 2 you know, too.
The butthole.
Shut up, Dick.
No, I think you're talking about a cat, right? Oh, no.
No, I'm talking to myself. So I have also 2. And that's not going to do us any good.
That's all right.
I'm at 2.
Come on, Matt.
Let me fucking think, dude.
I think you're fucking with me is what I think. Because you're a master at this. You fucking with me, Matt?
Show your filthy whore
fucking with me, Matt?
Shut your mouth, shut your mouth, shut your mouth.
Fucking with me.
I got 2 in the hopper.
Stare me down, son. Look in my eyes. What do you see?
Look in my eyes.
Belt is coming back to the mean streets and all.
What do you see?
I can feel it. I can feel it coming. Yeah,
forever.
Oh Lord.
Bum, bum. All right, I got those 2. Brain, work for me. Brain, work for me. Work for me.
Run, dun, 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 dun. Run, dun, 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 dun.
I have 3.
No, you don't. No, you don't. You're full of shit.
Full of shit, motherfucker.
Yeah. I'm gonna go 3. Motherfucker.
You know what?
Oh, T-Dog. What are you guys doing?
I'm going to give you a gift. You got 3? You fucking go for it.
Heart Foundation.
That is one. That's probably one that Tony had as well.
No, it's
nope,
not.
It's not. 1990. 2 out of 3 falls against Demolition.
Didn't have that one.
The Legion of Doom.
That is 1991. The very next year, over the Nasty Boys.
I had that one.
Big Show, Undertaker.
And there it is. Big Show Undertaker, the Unholy Alliance in 1999.
I also had a fourth one on the list. Didn't the New Age Outlaws beat just Mankind?
It was supposed to be Mankind and Kane, I think. But I think it may have just been Mankind. I don't remember. But Matt, you had it with 3.
God.
He retains the gold, the big gold belt, if you will, Matt. All right, so the other one was in Matt. Do you want to take a stab? You guys want to take a stab at the other one?
Is it like some weird like the Dudley Boys?
No.
Was I close?
No. I mean, close in a year maybe, but just not them.
T-Donk?
No.
Who's on your list, T-Donk?
That was it. It was whatchamacallit? It was the Legion of Doom and the Undertaker Big Show.
You had Undertaker Big Show, but you didn't have the Hart Foundation?
No, I completely forgot about the Hart Foundation and Demolition.
Kevin, what's the final answer here, brother?
All right, 2001. The Brothers of Destruction, Undertaker and Kane, defeat Diamond Dallas Page and Canyon.
Oh, was that a unification match?
It was a unification match. Diamond Dallas Page and Canyon had the WWE Tag Team Championships. Kane and Undertaker had the WCW Tag Team Championships. And they put them together. And Kane and Undertaker defeated Diamond Dallas Page and Canyon.
I hated when they used to do that. Like when The Rock had the WW. No, who was it? Austin had the WCW. No, Austin had the WWE.
Well, the SummerSlam Rock beat.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Rock beat Booker T at SummerSlam for the WCW Championship. So I was contemplating putting those in there, but I felt like 7 was enough. But
it certainly was.
Nothing I can do about the Intercontinental Championship. If I'm going that, I got to go all in.
Congratulations. I didn't think you had the tag ones, but you got it.
I think Tony knows my secret now, though.
What's that?
Because he also acquired a Inside the Ropes almanac.
Yes, I did. Haven't had a chance to read it yet.
It does not leave my bathroom. It sits right next to me in the shitter, and I'm just constantly reading old wrestling facts.
Tony, did I leave that Curacao or the magazine at your place, by the way?
Wait, let me check.
Correct. Ding.
I did, right?
Yes, you did.
All right, thank you.
All right.
I was looking for it the other day. And I couldn't find it.
Well, it's still here, so when you guys come back, it's waiting for you. Can we wrap this show up, please?
Yes, absolutely. Another humdinger episode of the Shining Wizards Wrestling Podcast. We will either be on Zoom next week or back in Studio A. I don't know.
40-60 back in Studio A. Let's just say that.
All right. We have right as of the present time, we have no guests lined up, so it might just be the OGs here having a good old time, talking shits and giggles and all things wrestling. I have nothing to promote that hasn't already been promoted. So,
Kev, what you
got? Nothing that can't wait till next week. So,
all right, I ain't got
good.
fuck all to promote either, so we're good to go.
All right, follow us on all forms of social media at Wizards Podcast. If you're on the iTunes, write a review. If you have a couple bucks, patreon.com/Wizards Podcast, prowrestlingtees.com/Shining Wizards. We'll be back next Monday for episode 544 on the rantiumradio.com and facebook.com/Wizards Podcast.
On that road to 610 years, baby.
Yeah, man, 10 years coming up fast.
Yahtzee.
Dig it a dog.
Socko. Good night.
Attaboy, Matt Cardona.
Yeah, don't bleed to death.
That's it.
Good night, Gracie.
Oh, there it is. Bitch, got it in there.